Cars
Live.
1 and be like, wait, okay, my bad.
Nah, you can go again.
You can keep going.
Keep going.
Oh shit, no. I was watching Cars 1 because I'm bored as shit, and I'm just like, damn, I want to watch a Pixar movie for some reason, and I was screaming Cars. That shit kind of heat. Yes, I get it. The whole blah blah blah. Why are there cars? Why are they sent to use cars? All that dumb shit. I'll be so real with you. We don't start asking that question until the second movie because all of the shit that happened in the first movie makes sense. Like, it all works in the first movie. They don't ask no weird shit. You don't see no car fucking eat ice cream or shit like that. They do regular ass car shit in a sentient car world. And again, I get it's the whole generic, oh, I'm a cocky asshole, like, racer guy, but it works for what it is. And yeah, the whole Americana thing, whatever, but it works again well for the movie. So like, I just gotta understand why that movie booty butt cheeks. Be so real with me. What's wrong with it? Like, what's actually wrong with it?
What's wrong with Cars 2?
No, Cars 1, because he thinks both of them are bad, and I'm like, Cars 2 is dick. Yeah,
I think both are really bad.
Damn.
They're my top 2 worst rated Pixar movies ever.
Shit.
Like, it's 2 and 1 in that order. If I could rate 2 a 0, I would, but they didn't let me.
Because that's where I'm coming at. Because like, I get Cars 2. Cars 2 is not a good movie. Cars 1 though, like, maybe I was 6 years old, I played the Cars game for like 8 hours yesterday too. Don't ask why.
I mean, hey, who you telling? I had the Cars game. I had like PlayStation 2 and
I'm just saying. It's not that bad of a movie for what it's doing. Like, I'm being so real.
Here's the thing. I don't like a single character in Cars 1. I think they're all annoying, and I want to hit them all. Because I watched all the Pixar movies in order. I was having to do a little challenge for myself for a video my own that I did like 2 years ago, and I got to Cars 1. That shit was so not fun. I had zero fun watching that because I was watching it in the dark. Cars was the only movie I turned the lights on like halfway through. I was like, I need to be on. I don't know. I don't like the characters. I think Mater's annoying. I think Mater's aggravating. I want him out. I think the girl one. I think the girl. I don't even remember her name, but I think the woman car that they make a little freaky for some reason. I think she's a bit boring. Sally.
You say she's freaky, bro? She just got
a little bit
like a decal. Come on now.
No,
I don't know. They're like, she got a tramp
stamp. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know that decal is a tramp stamp, and I'm like, whoa, where is that coming from? Like,
craziness they got going on in Cars. But I don't know. I just don't like the characters. I think the story is a bit, I think visually the movie's also like not that interesting. Like, it's not. I don't know. I also think the cars are just kind of ugly. Like, I think they look ugly. I think that bothers me.
Like, for sentient cars, you can do way worse. I'm being so real.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
And like, again, I do think there are nice moments. One that's coming to me right now is like, the fucking like the whole one of the biggest theme is that like, Lightning McQueen is a hotshot new dickhead in the race, and he's like, man, I'm the best to ever do it, but ain't nobody like me, you know what I mean? Then he gets stuck in that bumwater ass town. He meets up with Mater, and I remember that one scene where it's just like, why are you being so nice to me? Because you're my first time ever. What? My best friend? I'm like, okay, that's corny, but it works. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it does.
I can see that for sure. I could definitely see that for sure. I just don't like the town, and I think the fact that, because I used to think I hated the whole idea of it, but I like Cars 3. Like, I like it. So I don't hate the concept of Cars. I just don't like the town. I think the town is pretty aggravating.
The whole town is so small and innocent. Like, come on.
I don't like it. Like, I don't like the people in it. I wanted that nigga to go away, and not in a fun way. Or I want to see how he left.
Damn.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Tragic. Hello, Nova in chat.
Nova. Let's see. I'm just trying to get a blast out for everybody. Stop talking on my. Oh, never mind.
Oh wait, 5 stars, Wally. Let's go.
I love Wally. I fucking
real.
I mean, who could hate Wally, bro? Really? At the end of the day,
if you hate Wally, you're sick. You're a sick fuck.
If you hate Wally, you had a love, bro.
WALL-E's great. No, I love me some WALL-E. I like a lot of the Pixar stuff. I love them all. They're all really good. There's just a few. There's just two I dislike, and then the ones I think are not good are just boring.
And I get you.
And like a boring movie is honestly worse. No, actually, that's not true. Well, a boring movie's pretty bad, but I don't know if it's worse than like a awful movie to me.
I don't know. A boring movie can piss you off because it feels so mind-numbing. Like, I think I've read up somewhere there's like a thing where it's like boredom really can hurt you or something, you know, if you're watching something that's just that unengaging. So there is a case of there can be a case that boring just is worse for you versus something versus something that pissed you off actively.
That's true. That's true.
I'm not gonna hold you. I think I've experienced that. It was with a fucking anime movie. I gotta look it up. Let me see. What the fuck was it called?
Probably like Garden of Words or something. I feel like that's a movie to get bored at easily.
Yeah, that shit was on Netflix. A movie that bored me to fucking tears. A Whisker Away. Snooze fest type shit. For real, for real.
I feel like I've heard of that.
Sounds familiar.
Oh, I haven't watched it, but I've seen it on like the Netflix scroll. Is it that boring?
Bruh, no, I was watching it with an ex at the time, and like I don't know why. I'm just like, oh, this seems interesting. Like, because it was so boring to me, I cannot remember anything. I just remember the feeling of being like, holy shit, how much left is in this movie? Like, oh, you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, no, that's honestly a pretty bad feeling. Like I've been, like I think having the like wanting to leave or stop watching a movie is a pretty awful thing. Like that's like whoa. Like that's you got to be a shit movie to make me want to go away.
Now, you ever fall asleep during a movie even though you were fully rested?
Damn, that's pretty bad.
Yeah,
that's pretty bad. Yeah. Here's one. Have you ever, while watching a movie, actively chosen to fall asleep? Like made the conscious choice to go to sleep?
No, but my brother literally, I don't know why this nigga cannot stay up during any video game movie at all whatsoever. Like any modern video game movie that's come out in the recent years, at some point that nigga's gonna pass out. He's done it for Detective Pikachu. He's done it for both Sonic movies. He did it for Super Mario Bros. Movie. So I just don't think that nigga likes video game movies at all. Like,
yeah, that's what it feels like. No, sleeping during a movie is crazy. I've done it.
I did it when me and my family went to see Men in Black 4. I'm not
for them shit.
Yes,
with,
they made 4
Chris
of them.
Hemsworth, right?
Yeah, with Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson. Like I was watching and I was just like, bro, it felt so like nothing. Like it genuinely felt like a big bowl of nothing as I was watching it. And as I passed out. I literally passed out midway through the movie. I lost track of what happened. Even I was just like, I just don't care. Like there was a twist that happened with this character that I did know, but I just didn't care because it's like, yeah, you made me pass out. I was awake. Yeah. I came in this bitch awake and I fell asleep in this theater. I'm like, shit. That is bad, bro.
Yeah. That is pretty bad. Yeah.
Oh, that shit is bad. That shit gotta be the worst. Wow.
Yeah. Someone in chat says, Rod in chat says, I slept through Dragon Ball Evolution. When I woke up, it was on the credits.
First of all, why you watching Dragon Ball Evolution in the first place? Like,
I mean, look, man, look. We were young, we were foolish, we got bamboozled. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I went to theaters to see that bitch, and
when that shit come out?
2009.
2008.
This is really funny because that movie came out before I found out what the fuck a Dragon Ball was. I'm not even gonna hold you. I didn't start watching that shit till like, I want to say end of 5th grade, beginning of middle school.
Damn. It's actually pretty late, I feel like, for most people.
Yeah, nah. You see, it's really weird. I think I've explained it to Mann when I was at fucking MomoCon, but like my two gateways to fucking Dragon Ball was literally when that shit was airing on Nicktoons network, Dragon Ball Z Kai, and going through my garage and finding the complete box set of Dragon Ball GT.
Yeah, GTs.
Wait, that's a whoa,
not Z, GT, not even just regular Dragon Ball, but GT.
That's insane.
He just had that shit, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but Super Saiyan 4 is literally the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life, and like,
and then that shit ain't canon.
Ha! Yep.
You should have known back in the days, no. But damn, no. Damn, what was my introduction to Dragon Ball? I feel like it was like the video games that my cousins had, like Budokai Tenkaichi, and then like I used to.
Yeah, that's really weird. Like, I'm obviously like a big Dragon Ball fan, but like again, I got into it late, and like I don't even play in the games that much. Sparking Zero is gonna be my first Budokai Tenkaichi game I ever played. My first Dragon Ball fighting game was Fighters, and like it's a good game, but like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
You're talking Dragon Ball Fighters?
Yeah.
Which one? Yeah,
that's the most recent one.
That's the 3v3 fighting one, bro. When that shit came out, I was mad annoying on that shit.
I never bought it. Every time I meant to, I just never did. It was mainly like I think I was starting to get too casual with fighting games, and so it's just like, I don't feel like training and getting better at this right now. I just gotta focus on other things. So,
and I really be like that on everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No. Because I used to watch Dragon Ball clips on YouTube, like back before like the anime clips had to be in like a little box in the corner. Like you could just post like full like clips on YouTube, and it wouldn't get copyright struck. So I used to use like unordered clips of like the Buu Saga and Frieza Saga, and I'd be like, oh, so cool.
That's really how they did that shit.
Exactly.
Pickle Nick's kind of got some crazy shit he slept through. He said he slept through Lego Movie, Avengers, Infinity War.
Okay, that's kind of whoa.
That movie loud as shit. How the hell you sleep through that?
Pickle Nick, I gotta ask though, because he's just saying all this shit. I'm like, are you just saying this shit at this point? Because he said Avengers, Infinity War, Fortnite, the movie, Ghost Dad. Why the fuck did you say Ghost Dad?
Are you lying, Pickle Nick?
The Hangover. Yeah, he's like, I'm kidding. Okay. I'm like, come on now.
That's crazy. Mentioning Ghost Dad's insane, actually. That's kind
why you do that?
That's like, what kind of movies are on your mind? Like, whoa.
Okay. Rod's right. Guess Rod wants to. Nova wants us to look through theirs.
Okay, W.
Here we go. Let's see.
Letterboxd judging.
Pretty good.
Okay, that's Mr. Fox is goated. Wait a minute. This is kind of Kino. Wait.
We're about to make fun of all of your favorite movies. No. That's all we're doing this stream. No criticism, nothing constructive. Just being mean.
Jeez. I don't know. We don't gotta be. Now I respect the Bugs Life love. Okay.
Oh. Okay. That's interesting.
Respect. Finally, someone put some respect on this movie's name, because goddamn, I'm sick of it. Mulan, okay. Half a star.
That shit doo-doo. That shit doo-doo.
I wonder what you say. What you say? Is your review? Oh, did it not? It said he reviewed. It said they reviewed this. Did it not? Whatever. It's lost now. Let's see. 3-star for that. Fair, but
I'm gonna lie. I don't.
I like that movie.
I mean, you think it's cute, which I'm never gonna understand how.
Me?
Yeah, didn't you say you think it's cute?
Yeah, it's like a little cute movie.
See, like you keep saying that, and I'm like, that you can't. Horror can't be cute. That's not how it works.
Okay, I don't know how to explain this. I have such like a weird relationship with Five Nights at Freddy's. It's basically just, damn, bro, I think this shit's dumb. Learns the entire lore. Yup, this is still dumb. But when watching this movie, it's like really weird because like they get like the main big swings right, but like the little shit they get wrong. And again, I'm gonna side with Mann. Maybe it's because I'm a 24-year-old adult man, but this shit was not scary, like at all whatsoever.
Oh, I agree.
It really had no sense of like horror to it, like, or it tried to, but it barely did that. You know, like the whole slaughtering scene happens midway through, and you're just like, okay, were they not gonna continue that? Like, do any more or something? I mean,
I see it.
I mean, you understand it's a little tricky to pull that off with you know, with the setting they have. You know, it's an abandoned amusement joint, but so it's like, how often do you get people to come in here and get slaughtered? But I don't know.
And again, like, it doesn't help that, like, again, like, I'm not like a stickler for like stupid ass like nitpick shit, but like again, it's like, can we say spoilers? Do we give a shit? Like,
yeah, spoilers. It don't matter.
Okay, but like again, I find it super weird that like one of the main like problems is that like I can't even remember the main nigga is like Ian, right? And like he's like upset that like his brother got murdered or is like just missing or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it weird how William Afton just like, you know, damn, I killed these 5 kids. And apparently the fight like Freddy Fazbear Pizzeria and no, they were visiting the area, right? Or some shit. But I just think it's really weird how William Afton killed 5 kids and he's just like, you know what? That's an uneven number type beat. Let me kill this random ass other kid for some reason. Why? And isn't it convenient that I'm gonna meet this nigga like 20 years later? Like,
yeah, really.
Not be on that type of shit, but like,
it's one of those things where it's like it's a video game movie that's trying to get everything it can into it, and it's just like, bro, you were better off just trying to make this like its own thing completely versus trying to shove in everything. Because I'm just like, okay, we're gonna do William in the first movie. You don't want to build up to him. You don't want to make him out to be like this great boogeyman that he's supposed to be. We're just like, here he is. This is the big bad of the whole thing. And I'm like, okay, that's a way to take it, I guess. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's like the best way to look at it as it's best to look at it as a separate universe of the original lore. Granted, the original lore is fucking messy as hell.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, no,
really, it's just this is gonna be the cinematic mess now.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know. I kind of, because I wasn't expecting it to be scary at all. Because I feel like it would only be like actually scary if they made this movie in 2013. Because at this point, Five Nights at Freddy's, like the target audience is like 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds, maybe 12. Like it's like little kids. So I wasn't expecting anything scary. I don't know. I thought it was like I saw it less as a horror movie, which I think if you were expecting that, obviously you're gonna be disappointed. But I was just seeing it as like a supernatural kind of. It felt more like an adventure movie. It felt more like a Spielberg type of movie than like an actual horror movie. I don't know. With William being the antagonist, I don't know. I didn't really feel like he was even like the bad guy, which I guess I guess definitely could like dock points, but like. I don't know. It's funny because I know way too much about Five Nights at Freddy's.
Or no, same here, brother. Like it's
just like from like 2013 to like 2020 because I was so obsessed with it.
I follow the lore. I never played the games, but I was always interested in the lore of it.
Not gonna lie though, again, even though movie kind of mid, when I saw my nigga, my father in Christ, Matthew Patrick, it was peak cinema for like 5 seconds.
Man, they went. The fact that they did that dumbass line though, like, come on.
No, that's what makes it again. Literally,
No.
just a theory. Hands
No.
up, peak cinema. Hands
No.
up, peak cinema. Like this is what Martin
No.
Scorsese was talking about. The Avengers is dead. This is peak cinema. Like
that's just a theory.
That's just a theory. Like it's the fucking look he gives. It's the fucking look he gives that just. I'm like, really, come the fuck on. Like,
if I made the movie, I'd make him look at the camera. I'd make him look at the camera and give a little wink. I'd make him went.
I make him look at the camera, and an entire Game Theory episode starts happening right there, right now.
God.
Like,
have some little jingle or something go off in the back,
in the corner,
or like as like background music.
Oh no, that'd be crazy.
That's pretty funny.
Oh man.
Oh no, yeah, no. The first one was fine. I feel like I'm gonna be more critical on the eventual like sequels, like the second one that's coming out, and then the few others, because like this is sort of like the first one's sort of like just like a very loose adaptation of like mainly the first game and then a few of the books.
Yeah.
But the second one, like, if they're gonna adapt the second game, at least like as much as they did the first game, that's already more story that they like kind of have to follow. Like here they were more free to just like fuck around, basically, which is what they did a lot of it. But for like the longer they go, the more they're gonna have to make it make sense. And if they can do that, then I'll be okay. But I'm pretty lax on it now because it just feels like a cute little like a B movie, except it was expensive.
Yeah. That's fair. I mean, it was kind of made on like a sort of a small budget, if I'm right, and it made him some money back big time.
It did make some money back.
Like that shit, which is going to show again that it's like small budgets, big rewards. Like, come on now, give us some of those small budget movies again. Stop making everything $100 million fucking dollars.
$100 million gazillion dollars, my nigga. That shit crazy.
Every fucking movie is like that now. Like even that Fall Guys movie was like over 100 mil, and it's like it's a comedy movie. What are you doing? Like,
that's a lot of money for a comedy.
It's a comedy.
That is
chill out, bro. Oy. But I do want to get into. We're gonna get into Roblox Gamer YT.
I like the name.
5 stars on Minions 2.
That is whoa. What are we talking? Like,
yo, you're my hero.
The movie was funny and just full of fun. Illumination team did a good job on the film, and banana.
I don't think the movie's bad. I think visually it's kind of fun, like, you know, that type of shit. It's fine. Like, it is a fine movie. Like,
it was fun to watch, to say the least. I'm not gonna fake. I stopped watching after the second Despicable Me. I have not watched the third one or any of the Minions movies, but from what I've seen of at least the first Minions movie, I was like, yeah, I'm right for dodging this. I don't want to see a whole movie dedicated to these little yellow freaks. Like they're fun in small doses. They're Sheen, you know, from Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah.
They're not meant to be the main leads of anything. And
yeah, I get you.
Apparently it's like, people want that, and it works.
Hey, they're making a third one, so they're making a fourth Despicable Me. Not a third Minions movie. They might be making a third one, who knows? I don't know. I've never seen the second one. I've only seen the first one, like on replay. I'm like,
I want to say I've seen up to 2, and I've seen both of the Minions movie. And again, I just think they're fine. Like, they are fine movies.
I mean, that's just how it goes. I mean,
now.
Like the first 2 Despicable Me's, I thought were pretty funny, but I don't know. I just never get. I probably gotta brave this shit at someday. Just watch through these movies just to see if they're what they're worth. I don't know.
That's true.
Man,
Damn,
didn't care for the Barbie movie.
Damn, bro.
I was looking. I was like, you love movies, but you fucking hate Barbie. So, yes, loves movies. You hate Barbie.
Damn, bro. Niggas not fucking with the women? What?
You're crazy.
Jeez.
You're crazy.
You can't say that. You can't say that. Oh, crap. I've seen this back in July last year. It was a bit of a weird movie, but the songs in it was good. So if you're a Barbie fan, you would like it, but I don't recommend it. Damn.
Damn.
I mean, hey, you heard. It was weird.
I mean, I think it's a good movie. It's definitely like, if you love Barbie, this is definitely the movie for you. But there is something to be said a little bit about the message being a smidge muddled in how they execute some things. But I think the feeling they were going for, I think, works overall, mainly because of that speech that the crying mom lady said. I forgot. I don't know. I did not recognize most of their names.
Barbie God.
But I don't know. But I guess I can understand why some people just don't vibe with Barbie too well.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I do think that last speech in that little Billie Eilish sponsored musical segment, very much like brought the movie up for me. Like I thought the movie's like, it's okay, it's like fun. I wouldn't watch it a second time, but that last part is like really good. But I am a sucker for like really good music, like just moments that are really elevated by music. So I think that gets me personally. I don't know. It's like it's fine. I think for like a big budget big movie, I think it's fine. I don't think it's harmful. I also don't think it's too boring. Like it definitely kept my attention. Would I watch it a second time? No. But yeah, I wouldn't say. I mean, would I recommend it to someone though? Because the review said I wouldn't recommend it. I feel like I would recommend it to like some little kids. I'd say it feels like a babysitter movie, like a here's a DVD. You like Barbie, little cousin. Here's a movie about Barbie that's pretty good, and they can watch it.
I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, would I watch it again? No, but that's me.
I feel like I'm in the same boat too.
I've watched it again, and that's what got me to say, okay, yeah, there's a little bit of wonkiness to it. So it's fair. I definitely am could recommend if you definitely love Barbie, but if you want to just watch a good movie, maybe try somewhere else.
Yeah,
that's true.
Okay, let's get back to chills.
On the chopping block once more. Tahj, we're not forgetting about you though.
Wait a minute, nigga. Okay, 1 star for incredible.
Might be right. Well, I don't think it's the worst thing ever, but he might be right. It's kind of mid. Oh my god.
1 star.
Brother. I do not remember the movie. I don't remember the movie. Like
I don't like it. I watched it like 2 years ago. I don't like it at all.
What the bro? It is not a 1 star though.
Here's the thing. I'll explain my logic. Right? Let me go through. When I watch movies, I wanna have a good time, right? So in terms of characters, I love me some characters. The characters were pretty fun. The ones from the first movie. The new ones I really didn't care for all that much. They were pretty forgettable. They were pretty boring, and they are like kind of a big part. I think the characters are the best part of the movie though. I just wish some of them got more to do. It is a Elastigirls movie, but I do feel like some characters are sort of like less in this movie than they are in the first one. I think that's a bit of a bummer, at least to me.
I feel like they're more in this movie.
I feel like Violet and Dash, really, but I feel like they
Violet
have more
and Dash are a little
time.
more in this movie because they have to deal with Bob. I mean, not deal with him, but like they're at home with Bob now. This time,
that's true.
I get it, and like I see where you're coming from, but I guess specifically for Violet, I kind of don't like how they like essentially regress her character because like isn't like the whole point of the first movie she gets all confident and stuff. Who one man forgets her existence, which isn't even her fault, and then she goes back into moody teenager, and I'm like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I don't exactly agree with that. I don't think it's like a regression thing. I do think they definitely do have more. Every character definitely has more screen time in the sequel, that's for sure. And they definitely have more comedy time. But I think actual like character moments that I really liked in the first one were like very like emotional stuff. There's just a bit less of it. And that sort of gets me. But then the story, I just don't give a shit. I actually don't give a fuck about what's going on in this movie. I don't care one bit. I love Elastigirl, and they made me not care, and it's actually incredible. I don't know. It's
shut up.
Oh,
God damn it.
No pun intended. But
oh my god.
I don't care about the story. Like I don't care, and I think it's like I really just don't. I don't know how to explain it. It's like when it's not. I guess it is boredom. It's really just like the story is just very boring to me, and the villain, like the villain motivations, not just like screen slaver, but also like, because it was the nigga in the suit too. Am I crazy? Am I forgetting how this movie ends? Like he was also the villain. Am I crazy?
Who? Do you think who?
Like
was?
it was
the villain?
It was the screen's slaver and someone else, right? Am I nuts?
Well,
no, it's
the lady who disguised
as
the screen.
You know, like the Goodman guy, like his sister. That's the villain.
Yeah. Oh, it's just her. Okay.
Yeah, it's just her.
I thought it was like someone on top of that.
No,
yeah,
she didn't really controlling people. You know what I mean? With like the
I didn't really like
beams
that.
or whatever.
I didn't really care. I was like, okay, whatever.
Man,
I don't know.
I just feel like this movie gets so underplayed. Like, I feel it's a genuine good movie. It's just, it's not the movie everybody wanted. You know, everybody wanted to see the kids grow up, the family get older, and having to navigate like life like that. But I'm sorry, my thing is like the way the first movie was. It kind of feels right that this just wanted to be a
immediately after.
Yeah, it's like right after. Like you really can just watch the first one and go right into this one, and like it's just one of those things where I feel like it deserves its flowers, because it's like, yeah, we kind of did want to see the family a bit more in this regard, or we want to see the family more, you know, and I think we got a lot of the family here.
I can see that. I can definitely see that. I for sure. I can see how someone could like this movie. I think I just like Incredibles 1 so much. And like I have like a bias, and I don't think I can get rid of it for at least a little bit. You know what I mean? Like when you feel so passionate about one thing that like you're like, no matter how you look at it, it's always going to be tainted a little bit. I think that's me with Incredibles 2. And I don't know. I honestly I just like to think this movie doesn't exist, like just for myself. Just so I can be like, one Incredibles and then nothing else, and nothing happened after.
I look, you do that with like another movie. I don't want to bring it up, so I can keep doing that. Like,
you see, you got secret hater movies. Okay.
Oh no, I got brother.
Your list is fucking crazy.
Hey, brother, look, let me add more stuff to it. Bro.
I'm more looking at the Sonic 2013 short.
Brother, this was at a time I wanted to put the Sonic OVA thing, but they didn't have that shit on here because that shit goes hard. But this is true. It's really funny that they were able to get Doug Walker. This and Smiling Friends were somehow able to get Doug Walker. That's really funny. Like,
you know, the crazy thing is,
it is the OVA is on Letterboxd.
It is.
Clown. So it is. So,
what are we talking about?
Unless there's a secret OVA that you're watching, it's on Letterboxd. Anyway, continue.
That's crazy. This shit is heat. This shit is low key. The OVA is heat on everything. I don't want to. Sonic 3 isn't out yet, but is it? Would you consider it the best Sonic quote unquote movie out yet, or not?
The OVA.
Yeah. Yeah, here's the OVA right here.
I would not count it the best one. I prefer Sonic 2.
I think Sonic 2 is also like really good too, but I don't know. I just really like the OVA, bro. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me and the nostalgia because, like, yeah, man, I love Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm sure the Sonic the Hedgehog movie looks that shit up on YouTube. There is one from the 90s. This is raw, like.
Oh yeah, I for the longest, well, not the longest. When I was a kid, my first exposure to the movie was a promo on Monster Ranchers tape. If y'all remember that show.
Damn. No. Monster Rancher. I never watched it, but I know what it is, and I think that's funny.
Yeah, I had like those, and they had and the dubbing company for that anime also did this, and so that's why they were trying to cross promote it and such. And eventually, a few years later, I finally just found the movie on Amazon and just bought a tape, and
that's it.
I just had it. It was weird. I watched it. I think the first time I watched it though was through YouTube, like in when it's broken down into parts.
Yeah,
classic. that was kind of how I had to watch it. but watching it, it's like, yeah, you feel like it's just pure Sonic. I mean, it's nonsensical as fuck. Like, it makes no sense whatsoever. There's no explanation for a lot of the things going on, but you don't care because it's just like, it's Sonic doing Sonic things and looking goddamn cool. Who cares?
Oh, yeah. Brody is wrong this shit, bro. Even though it's been mean to hell and back, the entirety of like the Sonic and Metal Sonic fight, sick. It's cold.
Oh yeah. Bro, the animation oh my god, this is not a good.
Oh, this is crusty. Yup. Alright. This is just like how I watched it, bro. Like
240p.
Damn.
Oh,
that was horrible.
What y'all know about 240p?
No one should know about 240p.
None about that, bro. Like,
nobody should know about 240p. That was. Oy.
It's sad. I remember watching Nostalgia Critic in 240p. Re-uploads.
Damn. Yeah.
It was on like that guy with the glasses too, and like the profile picture was just like some like white girl. Crazy. YouTube was a different monster back in the day.
It really was. Like,
no, bro. I say like this. It's my favorite era, but like early 2000s. I want to say 2014 is when I had the most fun on YouTube. 2015 through 2020 is the worst YouTube era ever. You can't tell me otherwise. And now we're in like the modern era, and it's like whatever. Like, there's good things, but there's also bad. But like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'm a firm believer. I would say 2016 was the start. 2016 to like early 2020, awful. Genuinely, some of the worst videos on the internet are released in that.
Yeah, by that point on, it was all.
It was bad. Not only was it bad, it was problematic. Like,
yeah, it was all problematic shit, and it's just like, God damn.
No, it's awful. Whenever I hear people say, I miss 2017, I'm like,
no, you don't. No, you don't. Shut up.
No, you don't.
When people are like, I miss 2016, I'm like, y'all couldn't stop fucking complaining when the year. I remember everyone was like, this year's the worst one.
Yeah, no,
we're never getting worse than 2016.
Hey, brother, like on everything, they kept bitching, moaning, groaning, like, and now all of a sudden.
I feel old when I say that.
Man, let me go back, bro. Like, no.
I'm like, if you're talking like 2010 at the very least, or 2010, 2011, 2012, anything before 2016, sure. But anything in between 2016 and 2020, you are fucking crazy. You are just you have problems. You enjoy pain.
We want the medieval ages back. That's crazy.
Like, you are a masochist.
No, that's bad.
Really. But yeah, I remember when this came out, it was so odd to see because it's like, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. This shit was crusty as fuck. It was made by like some independent ass niggas, right?
Yep.
And like the only thing I remember from like the rewatch is like, damn, they really got Noah Walker and Julia White to redo the role of Sonic, which is crazy. Like.
Yeah, that's what was so odd, so insane to me. I was like, what the fuck? How do y'all get Jaleel White back in this? Like, and honestly, that's what's funny. What's funny to me is it feels like Jaleel White could have taken advantage of people's nostalgia for Sonic and him. Like, if he had like played into the fan base a little bit, I think he would have been like a massive fan base. I mean, a fan darling. Like, so,
I get you.
Like, so many people talk about, Jason Griffith and Ryan Drummond as Sonic and Roger Craig Smith and going back and forth, but it's like, bro, Jay Leal was also a pretty good Sonic. I'm sorry, like, we gotta be a little real with that. He played him in like 3 different series.
Yeah, no, I mean, Jaleel is the reason I think Sonic's black. Like, Sonic's black. Like, what? Like, Sonic's me. I'm Sonic. I don't know if y'all knew that. I'm him. No, I love Jaleel White, but I think maybe if he cashed in, like, either like earlier, or if like Sonic came out like a few years later, and like everything was just delayed a bit, I feel like now it might be a little too late, because I feel like people aren't feeling the nostalgia for like that era as much as people are for like the early 2000s.
Yeah, we kind of have reached a point where the most people are nostalgic for is maybe Sad AM, but that's more in the vein of they just want to see those characters from that series come back.
Yeah.
In a meaningful way, which fair, but.
Oh, 100%. It's never happened.
Fighting. But... That's all I can say.
If it ever happens in my lifetime, I will be shocked.
I'd be very shocked if I'm like reading the comics and next thing you know I see like Sally or Bunny or fucking Antoine and them or one of them show up. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. IDW is doing pretty good, but bring back my niggas, bro. Give me back my son, bro. I miss Scourge so much. Why?
How do I know you're gonna say that, nigga?
They got Surge.
What do you mean?
Well, you got Surge now.
Yeah, Surge is. I love Surge though. Surge
She's cool, great. But like, brother,
she's amazing.
Brother, it's not the same.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, have y'all not seen Ken Penders finally released that fucking Julie Sue Chronicles?
I don't see that shit, man. It hurts my eyes.
Really? Wait, like in full?
Yeah, I can't show it because there's titty in it.
Oh, I'm about to look this up. Not because there's titty. I want everyone to know that's not what I meant.
Bro, it's just so crazy to me because it's like, wait, this is where he was going with this. He wanted nudity, like he want, like
weird.
He got
it's weird,
fucking
yucky.
this not Knuckles out here free balling and shit.
That is whoa. Free balling is insane.
you
he's okay, right? He is free balling.
Hold up, I'm looking it up. Hold up, if you have a link, send that to me now. Give that to me immediately.
Oh no. It's just, but you know the dirty thing is he attached this shit to fucking the 25 years later storyline comics. He re-released those, but had his Julie Sue Chronicles shit attached to it.
Damn.
Hold up, I'm looking. I got stuff loaded. Yeah, that nigga Kim. Man, fuck. No, I miss those characters. I don't know. Oh my god. Jesus.
He finally released the shit. People continue to order the copy of Laura Sue Chronicles Beginnings.
That's insane. Like how would y'all feel if like it all releases and it's like
subscribing?
Oh, shout out. No, how would y'all feel if it all released and it was actually like the best thing ever?
Nah,
I feel conflicted. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't
like what if?
Nah.
Like what if you read it and you were like, "Oh, this shit gas."
Nah.
But like, what? Bro, how would you feel?
Bro, look, new pieces will be added on a regular basis. Yeah, like, bro, he's doing some. He said he's about to.
Site. Let me look up this site so you don't get got. So you can leave.
Yeah, look. Yeah, I'm gonna just send it to you. There you go. But like,
perfect.
He's like fucking. He said he's gonna finally reprint the old Archie comics, but now it's called the Mobian line. Fucking. Okay. And it's just a case of like, wait, so you're gonna reissue all these old comics who very much were drawn and written by a bunch of different people. Like, are they gonna get their money back? Are they gonna get their fucking dues for this? Because that's kind of fucked up if he gets all of the money from that. Like, that
actually is crazy. He gets all that money. And
it's gonna be crazy that he re-releases it, because it's just like, okay, you re-release this, but like, you can't finish it. They can never be finished due to the fact that it's like, yeah, you stopped it and you don't have the rights to Sonic.
No, Ken Penders is something else. Truly
evil, crazy weirdo man.
Yeah. No, no. Those old Sonic comics are a real gem. I was telling someone, I was like, I love the comics, they're all great, and I'm like, all is insane.
But let's not get
there's some
ourselves
really
guys.
high highs. There's some really high highs, but there's some really low lows.
We're talking about like Archie era, right? Well, let's not get ourselves.
Like all of Archie. Yeah, all of Archie. It's insane.
Yeah. I still think you're crazy for that half star for Cars.
I don't like that movie.
Who's on Guardians of the Galaxy is kind of nuts. I'm not gonna hold you.
I don't, honestly,
wait, where?
I feel like
Guardians of the Galaxy, you give that shit a 2.
I have a 2-star on Guardians.
Where is it?
My first Guardians. It's
right by Batman. Right by Batman.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What the fuck? 2 stars.
I'll say this. I actually have a reason. I'm aware that this is an unpopular opinion. A very unpopular one. It's honestly for a silly reason, but it makes the movie not enjoyable. For some reason, I think, and this is gonna sound nuts, I think space is kind of like a boring setting in this movie. I think like this movie is super like uncreative, and like sometimes I don't know why. Like I watch it and I'm like,
I mean, it's space. There's not really a lot you could do other than go to like unique planets, but that's what you get. I mean, that's ultimately what Guardians 2 is supposed to be. Guardians 1 is more supposed to be, let's introduce this unique team and show off how cool they are and interesting how interesting they are, you know, versus just, hey, let's show you all this universe and stuff, this whole open universe, and distract from what the main bread and butter is, you know?
Yeah, I definitely see that. I think a part of me just thinks that like they could have done both somehow. Like honestly, like I think Guardians, I like Guardians 2 a lot. I think that's not a lot. I think it's a fun movie. I think it's like just Guardians 1 but better. But I think it's like a lot of the love for Guardians of the Galaxy is like people who like love it, like they adore the cast. Like it's a cast that they like love to their heart's content. I'm like, I like the cast. Like I'm okay with it. Like Star-Lord's like fine, he's like funny. Gamora's like fine. Their stories are interesting. It's just the personalities aren't that interesting. Like I don't laugh at a lot of the jokes, and I think that might make the movie not as enjoyable because there's a lot of jokes.
Have you ever seen any of James Gunn's other works?
Like his older works, no, but I have seen like the Suicide Squad and
What'd you think of the Suicide Squad?
Oh, I thought that was very fun.
I really enjoyed Suicide Squad too.
Yeah, I thought that was like a very fun. Like I love that. I thought those jokes were really funny. So I know James Gunn can be funny. I'm sure of it.
I mean, I will admit, I've out of all 3 of them now, thinking back on it, I do think Guardians probably the first one probably is the weakest out of all of them. Now that we have the third to compare it, but I think it's owed some flowers for getting everything started, you know, because it's like you couldn't jump right into Guardians 2 like right away. You do need to kind of ease into it with the Guardians. I think gets across the galactic stuff pretty well.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Yeah, no, I definitely give it its flowers. It's definitely like I don't wish that it didn't exist. I'm glad that it exists,
of course,
a lot. But it's just I don't know. I think it's also just because in terms of like superhero like stories, I'm not the biggest fan of the cosmic stuff. It doesn't interest me as much as like street level or like I like grounded shit or like stuff that's like balls to the wall, nuts, insane. Like you walk out the theater like I don't know what happened. Like I like the absolute craziest and I like grounded. Guardians is sort of like in a muddy middle. That's good for a lot of people because it's like a lot of people are like, "Oh, I can handle." Like this is the weirdness I can handle, but I'm like, just push it a little more. I just want him to push it just a little more.
That's very fair. That's actually pretty fair because I'm kind of like that a little bit too, where it's like if you're gonna go grounded, be grounded. If you're gonna go extreme, be extreme. And yeah, I tend to enjoy the more either super extreme or the super grounded if it pulls it off well enough. So yeah, I can see that with the first Guardians because it is that entry point versus like what comes after where it's like, okay, we're going crazy.
So. Oh yeah. And for Onigiri in chat, I have seen Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. I forgot James Gunn made that one.
He wrote that one.
Oh yeah, wait, did he direct the first Scooby-Doo?
No, he wrote both of those.
Or did he write both? Okay.
He wrote both, basically. But it's just so crazy because it's just like he wanted them to be R-rated. So I'm pretty sure he would have been that type. He would have done the thing of actually paying homage to it versus what they got, where it was way too cynical and just not showcasing the best of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it really is one of those things that's just like, yeah, they really had James Gunn write a fucking Scooby-Doo movie.
That's it's kind of crazy. I mean, I feel like as the years go by, it'll be less crazy. He is making Superman, and we'll be making many more famous characters. Yeah. But as we know him now, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah. If there is a movie you should watch from him, I would suggest the movie Super.
I've heard of that. I actually don't know what that's about.
It's basically about this guy who gets left by his wife, and he just spirals out and decides he's just gonna become a street level super hero, like a vigilante. And the way he dresses, the way he does it is like so low budget. Like he gets fucking monkey wrenches and shit to use to hit villains.
Oh, I like that.
He doesn't even have good catchphrases. He says, "Don't steal, don't shoot people, don't molest children."
Yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna take this film out. I think I'm gonna take Super out at some point. I feel like I'd like that.
It's really. I
love me a good superhero story that like plays around with tropes and ideas. It's cute.
Yeah. I will. Fair warning. There's some shit in it that's a little bit like, okay, that was a choice. Like that was a choice for a scene. But
is it like it didn't age well? Is that what I'm getting?
That and yeah, it didn't age well, and it's also just very gross and out of place.
Oh, I see.
You don't feel right watching it, and it's like that didn't need to be there. I wasn't getting that vibe at all.
Okay, well, I'll definitely be prepared when I eventually check it out.
Yeah, but let's see, Tim. Okay, I'm gonna butcher this name. I know I am. Mann. I think I got that right. Let's see. What do you got?
Mann.
Okay. Oh, you didn't like Rabbits Run?
Oh shit.
Oh, come on. 2024 movie Watch 50. This movie is a spin-off finale to Looney Tunes show, but only Bugs and Lola are the main characters, and Daffy is relegated to a cameo character. Why isn't Daffy along for the ride? He's literally a rival cab driver they could team up against Bugs' rogue gallery. It seems like you were more upset that, Daffy wasn't there. Or wasn't present enough.
I ain't gonna lie, I have never seen this a day in my life before. What is this?
It's fairly obscure. It's not exactly a spin-off. Well, it kind of is a spin-off, I guess, but it's basically it's like a new Looney Tunes movie they did, but it's in the vein of the Looney Tunes show. But in this case, it's not following the continuity of Looney Tunes show. Like Bugs and Lola don't know each other or meet differently here than how they did in the show.
Okay.
Yeah, but I did like how Lola was in this, because they just said, okay, we just adapt how she was from the show. Like they understood that's how we want Lola, but I think because this didn't do that well, it didn't stick. Like it was a straight to DVD movie and no one knew it existed, as Tahj just pointed out. But it's a really good watch. Like I remember having fun with it when it came out. But it's been a while, so I probably got to spin the block. I don't think it's a 2. That's what's getting me. I'm like 2. Come on.
Mm-hmm. I want to know this though from you two. How do y'all like view each star rating? Like what is like each star rating out of 5 mean to you? Like when you see like a 2.
I want to say
1 star means basically almost unfunctional as a like film or movie or show. Like it's like this does not really work on a basic level. It's like it's poorly written, the structure's off, It just didn't make any sense. The story, the lesson was trying to teach is botched. The acting might be really shit. Or there's a level of it doesn't feel like anyone cared or tried. That if that comes through, that's a 1. 2 is like, okay, there was a level of effort here, but it was so below average. Like, so, you know, and then we get to 3, that's mid, you know, mediocre. Like, I could see somebody enjoying this more than me, but it's just middle of the road. Didn't wow me, didn't piss me off enough, you know. 4, it's like, this is good. This is really good. I think this is a good watch, definitely. 5 is like excellent. You're like no real notes, nothing. You hit the marks that you were trying to hit, and I see you exactly for what you were trying to go for, and you hit them perfectly. You know.
Okay. Interesting. Taj, how do you see like each number on like a 5-star rating scale?
Honestly, let's see how this goes. I want to say, let's start from top. 5 is this is peak fiction. Literally, ain't nothing wrong with it. Like, there's literally nothing wrong with it. You love this shit. It's really good from like a story aspect, you know, animation, all that shit. It's really good. 4 is like, it has its problems, but it's still really enjoyable. You know, all that type of shit. Pretty fun watch. You can like you can look past like the problem and just find it really entertaining and shit. 3, it's also kind of like 4, but sometimes it can also just be kind of like, you know, oh, it's mid. It did its job. Like, it didn't piss me off, but I wouldn't really say there's anything like great about it. You know what I mean? 2 is like when it's like, wow, this is kind of not good. You know what I mean? Like, this is surprisingly not good. And 1 is just a 2 bag of ass. You know what I mean? Like, wow, this sucks. I don't want to watch this no more. Like,
Okay, I see. That's interesting. I agree with like y'all on most of it, except I think I disagree on like 2 and 3, because I think 3, to me, if I rate something a 3, that's good. That's
really?
like a good movie. Yeah, 3's good to me. A 3's like it's like not like, I don't want to say mid because the connotation of it, but it's like average. Like, okay, this is like pretty fun. I probably wouldn't watch it again, but I'm not having a bad time. 2, that's boring. That's when I start having a bad time.
I don't know.
So I think
Because,
3's like good, 4 is great, 5's like outstanding.
You know, I get you.
Okay, I do have to remember you did have like a different grading system than how we did in the States. Like,
that is true. I didn't realize that. That's probably
because in the States, like you know, we got.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Just give me a minute.
Okay, we got in the States we got A, B, C, D, E, and F. You know, but you know, if you get an A, you're doing outstanding. You get a B, it's like, okay, you're doing good. You get a C, you're doing average. You're at the average. And D, that's just below average. E, you're failing. F, fuck, nigga, you need to like,
yeah,
that's how we usually do it. So that's how we usually grade. That's what the 4-star system could sometimes reflect for us.
I see. Yeah, I don't know. I asked because I think a lot about like ratings. I remember because I used to like rate things personally out of 10, and like I used to do like decimals. Then I was like, that's too, to me, if you're doing, at least for me, out of 10 and then you add decimals, that's too many options like to like delegate to just numbers. Because if someone's like, oh, this is like a 7.56, I'm like, first up, where did the decimals come from?
Right.
Like, how did you, what, like,
right.
Because out of 5, it's like, oh, it's like arbitrary numbers. But when you start adding decimals, it's like you're not actually doing math.
Exactly. There's no
math. So, like,
some people usually go with like 8.5, you know, as
I get that.
But they usually do like 10 ratings when it's like video games because there's more to judge on that front, which makes sense.
That is true. That is true.
A movie having doing 10s is like, okay, what the fuck is that movie doing that
Yeah.
you're counting all that? Like, come on now.
Yeah. No, it's definitely too many. I think it's because I had a lot more movie media, but definitely like I felt like it was too many options. Like,
Finna pass on his
because like
body, John Stockton.
you know what? You're exactly right. How about that? You're exactly right. John Stockton.
Had to take that one.
But I feel like 10 numbers is too many because like at some point I'm like, okay, but like this movie's an 8, this movie's a 9. Okay, like what's the like? Do you like it or not? Like this doesn't. It does. I feel like it makes it more complex.
Yeah.
And I try to make it simple.
Yeah, I think 5 stars for movies and even shows I think works fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that gets gets the point across just perfectly. You know.
Yeah, for sure. Hold on, I'm looking at this. Looking at these right. Whoa, 2.5 on the One Piece movie. Oh my, it wasn't that
movie?
low.
Wait, which movie?
Film Red. It's in the.
Damn, I haven't seen.
In the corner.
I haven't seen.
It's
That's the
next to
latest one, right?
Scrooge. Yeah, it is the latest one. It's right next to Scrooge near the middle. Right there, in the middle. Of like the side. I'm so bad at direction. Never put me in a car. Just one row above.
Keep going. No, cold.
Left.
Warm.
It's right
You're
there.
right there.
Okay.
This shit was all right.
I meant to watch it. I didn't go.
2.5. I'd have to rewatch it. 2.5 seems a bit harsh to me. I don't know.
Oh damn!
I feel like I would say, yeah. It's like, I mean, it's not amazing. It's not like outstanding. It's fun though. It's definitely fun. It's got fun characters. Its visuals and music are really, really good. And I think entertainment value, it's really great. But I do think it depends on what they're looking for though. Like if they're looking for like a deep like character study, they're not getting that. There's no way.
Right.
But I think entertainment value, it was definitely entertaining. But I guess if they were looking for some like deep shit, then I can see why they rated it the way they did.
I don't think you're gonna really find that in like any of the. Well, I don't want to say any of the movies. Let me think. Because I'm not gonna lie. I only watched I only got around to now watching some of the. Getting around to watching the One Piece movies. I've seen this one. I've seen. I can't remember the name.
One?
I did not see the horror one.
It's a horror movie. It's really good.
That's like the
that
fifth
one you're gonna
right?
find a character study. I think it's the 6th one, but it's like it's the second one in related films.
I do want to see it because of like that crazy scene I saw where it's like Luffy and that basically a Tsukiyomi.
Yeah, no, I've seen the clips of the horror one, so I want to check that one out. But I've seen Red, I've seen Stampede because I see it right there, and I've seen Gold. Gold is, I want to say, well, a character study in the sense of like you're gonna see like some interesting shit with the villain in Gold specifically. You know what I mean?
Okay. I see.
This is the horror one.
Yeah. It's honestly, I think people hype it up too much. It's not that scary.
Oh, okay.
It's not like scary.
Yeah, it's not
but
scary. It is like
it's like a bit freaky.
Yeah, put these characters in a fucked up situation.
Oh yeah, it's definitely like, it's like one of those horror movies that it's like disturbing upon thinking about what you're actually like watching.
Right.
If you like think about like what is happening like outside of like if you like tell yourself the plot, it's like whoa, that's like nasty. Like I don't like it. But it's very fun. The animation is good, and I say it's more of a character study because it. Obviously, y'all haven't seen it. I'm not gonna spoil it because I don't want. Because it's not cool. But like it takes the characters and it puts them in like a really new situation, and they react in really like interesting ways. Like this, like it was definitely like directed and written by people who know these characters, and they showcase all of them interacting in ways that like make sense. Like no one feels like they're just there to like hang out and like be in the background. Everyone feels super like fleshed out for the movie. So when people are like it's the best one, it probably is because it's probably the one that like treats them like characters and less like an advertisement for the manga.
Yeah, I guess you.
Okay. Yeah. Where is it? Is it available? Damn it, not streaming.
Oh yeah, I don't know where I watch it. If the police are listening, legally is my answer.
This nigga.
Yes, I do pay for my anime. What are we talking about?
Save it myself.
Let's see.
Ooh. Oh, is that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always at a 3.5? Okay.
Where are you?
Pretty good. Second row, closest to the left. Is that Once and Always?
Yeah, Once
Have
and
you seen
Always.
this one, man?
Nah, I keep meaning to though, but I know there's like the weird plot line of it where they try to say Rita killed Trini, but it's like, bro, the actress died in a car accident. Like, I don't think you needed to canonize her death.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Like, I haven't fully watched it, but I know like around what happens, and yeah, I don't know how I feel about that exactly. Like, it's like I could definitely see a perspective where like the actors are like, hey, we want to like honor the actors who passed, but I can definitely also see it as like someone being like, let's make some money, because it opens the door. I guess like half a spoiler. This is kind of like the premise of the film, if I'm being honest, but like it does open the door to like a new Yellow Ranger, which is like the big plot of the movie. And I could see someone being like, let's make some money by making more Mighty Morphing so we have a full team that we could use in live action. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it. It's a bit...
They're trying to do passing of the baton, but like the show already did that. Because remember...
Yeah, that's what... Exactly.
Like, that's
my
weird.
thoughts exactly.
Like, what about Aisha, you know? In fact, she's named in this, so what happened to her?
Yeah, it's really... Yeah, I think she's in the movie.
Yeah, she is. Her actress
here
is Aisha Campbell.
Yeah, it's... I don't know. I think... I don't want to make this a rant about Power Rangers, but I do think that the company who owns them, I think it's Hasbro, they're really obsessed with milking Mighty Morphing nostalgia and hoping that like people in their 30s are like, hell yeah, and buy it again. It's gonna stop working at some point. And then, well, I think it stopped working recently, and that's why they're struggling.
I think, yeah, because it's just one of those things where it's just like, because I love Mighty Morphin growing up, but even I'm just like, I watched all the way up to, I stopped at Jungle Fury. Yeah, I stopped.
That's a pretty good place to stop at.
Like, I did not continue past because one, that theme song pissed me the fuck off. I could not get through that fucking 2000 surfer dude, bro, white boy singing. It's like training hard to be the best. Like, shut up. Like, shut up.
Hell yeah. No.
Oh my god, I was pissed. I was like, nope. And like the theme songs usually, like, they can be a little wonky, they can be weird. I was fucking with Operation Overdrive shit, and that was a weird fucking intro. Like that was a weird song, but like,
you know,
I couldn't.
Remember the Mystic Force one sounded like 3 Stacks. I don't know if you heard that one recently. It sounds like Andre 3000's on that song.
Here come the Power Rangers. Here come the That don't sound like no 3 Stacks. What the fuck are you talking about?
No. Like, listen to the rap part and like close your eyes. It like makes like you'll get it. You'll get it.
When it's like, all right, let's go, time to get in.
A little bit. Like, it sounds like a bootleg Andre 3000.
Hey ya, yeah. It sounds like Hey Ya bit in a way. If you can do a mashup with it, that's what it is. It's not Andre at all, because I don't know what the hell you're hearing when you listen to Andre, but like, it's definitely like, if you put a mashup of the rapping with the Hey Ya beat, you definitely can match it up.
Yeah.
I wonder if we could find that actually.
A mashup? Yeah. Let's use our internet powers to. This is what the internet was for.
Yes, sir.
Stuff like this. Hey, y'all Mystic Force.
Theme song, Mr. Force.
Oh, it's literally second one.
Crazy.
East Coast. Oh.
Okay.
So loud. This might sound like ass. Turn it off! Turn it off!
Turn it off! My ears hurt. My ears hurt.
That was.
Oh, my head
I
hurt.
don't know what I was expecting.
Oh my god.
Like,
Oh, see,
oh,
I'm not the only. I'm not the
like,
only one who thinks Andre 3000 was kind of doing the song.
Is it the same thing?
Well, it might be.
Yeah, this one's more what you're talking about.
Yeah, it sounds a bit similar, at least a little bit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
Oh
But
my god.
and then next season or 2 seasons later, they were like, let's get a white guy on there. They're sick of the rapping. They're sick of the rapping. Get the white guy. Go away.
Oy, but yeah, I stopped after Jungle Fury. But don't get me wrong, I love Mighty Morphin, but it's just like I don't think I want to see more of Mighty Morphin. I'm like, just continue on with more regular stuff, but give us really good choreography. You know, like take a page from out of the Super Sentais in Japan and the Tokusatsu. Like get stunt people to kick each other's asses in this shit again. Like do that. I want to see these niggas sparking like they used to.
Yeah, agreed. No, there's so much stuff that I think, like, they could make a lot of money if they really wanted to make money, but I don't think they're making the smart decisions. Well, also, right now, I think they're actively looking for, like, a company to buy the TV rights, because Netflix was like, fuck you.
Oh, God.
Hey, I didn't even watch Sonic 3 already. Wait a minute.
That's insane.
Wait,
did someone rate Sonic 3 early?
Where?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go back. Literally, like, I don't know if you have to refresh that. Right there.
No, it's not. Oh, why is it in watch?
It's what the fuck? Wait, Toy Story. What the fuck, nigga? Now you
My
just
nigga's
lying.
from the future.
This nigga lying. Well, you should have never told me to come here, bro.
That nigga might be the
We
goat.
caught you lying, bro.
How's Toy Story 5? How's Toy Story 5?
Mr.
You like it?
Bukowski, what the fuck? Oh my god. You need to explain yourself.
Or he got the plug, bro, on everything.
Bro got the plug from the future.
This nigga said he saw Sonic 3 and Toy Story 5.
That's me, bro. Yeah. So how?
Yeah, it is you now. Explain,
nigga. I want you to type it out. How was Toy Story 5? Say I liked it and why. Oh, I see it all. Gotcha.
Hey, bro, that's crazy. Got you.
Oh my god, this nigga really said I saw Sonic 3 already.
Watched.
Well, spoil it for me then. Did they shoot Maria?
Bro, on everything. Did they? Nah, bro. I gotta see it, bro. Like, I'm really gonna be the weirdest thing in the room where they fucking put that 2-piece in a 12-year-old girl. Like Jesus Christ, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be. I wonder how like odd that's gonna be for people who don't know. I feel like we're so used to the plot point. Yeah, I'm curious.
Bro,
I feel like we're so used to the plot point. It's normal to us.
What if this movie gets a PG-13 rating? Like the first two have been PG, and what if they say, yeah, you know what, this one we're actually gonna push a boundary a bit, or push some boundaries.
Now we hear.
What would they need to do to like get that PG-13? Like, I guess like showing the bullet enter her would be one. Like that would be crazy.
Splatter would be crazy. Like, what if they show her like falling back, but you see the blood like slowly falling out through the hole and shit? Oh man.
Yeah. So if they do that, this movie is gonna be that would be insane.
Jeez.
That would honestly that's how you shock the Sonic fans. That's because I don't think we've seen her like we know she gets shot, but we haven't seen her get shot.
We haven't, but it's gonna shock families. Like parents are gonna be like, "What the fuck? What have I been letting my kids watch all this time?"
They're gonna be mad funny.
Sonic, what's going on? My dead friend Maria.
Like,
you want to see her die here?
Like I got this. I have to get to the theaters, bro. I gotta see it again I gotta see it in 40X again. And it just witness like that scene. It's gonna be so funny. Like everybody's reaction has got to be fucking insane.
No,
Damn. You hated this Pinocchio shit.
Is that the Disney one or the
Guillermo one?
Wait, no, that's Disney.
No, that's a Disney one. That's a Disney one.
Oh.
I don't blame them.
Yeah, that's right. It was 2022. They all came out of the same fucking year. Why?
Insane choice.
It was it was this one and the Pauly Shore one too. And as well. Oh my god. When Geppetto said Pinocchio mama. I'm sorry. I think I had an aneurysm. I don't think I
Yeah. So I'm glad this joke is being broadcast to the whole stream.
Like,
I'm glad everyone knows that you wrote that.
I just had a
more like the joke.
I've literally had an aneurysm.
Honestly, wait a minute.
It could not let me continue to say that travesty that I'm fucking witnessing right now.
Wait, that's actually kind of funny. Wait a minute.
I can't.
Tahj is the most unfunny person on the planet. Genuinely.
Hey, whoa!
Genuinely? I had an immense craving for a gun.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Oh God!
Bro said that might be funny.
Oh well, I didn't see it. Oh well,
It's
I didn't
so
see it.
stupid
But
it
now
wraps
I'm
around
gonna
to
watch
being
the
funny.
first out of 3 Pinocchio movies of this year. Jeez.
They really had 3 Pinocchio movies that year, dog.
Should have gave up. Well, I'm looking at the rest of these.
This nigga love Freebirds. I ain't never seen it, but like, is it really gas like that?
I ain't see you Freebirds either.
Look, guys, I had to
Your
watch.
balls will fly off. Wait.
Your balls will fly off during
Wait.
the
Nah, that nigga's
by controlling your.
the nigga's referencing the stupid ass meme. You already ate, right? Yeah, no, I'm good, man.
Okay. Look, guys, I had to watch as many scenes from the movie possible to prove to myself that this is the movie where they go back in time to the first Thanksgiving to get turkeys off the menu.
No, you.
He had to. He be sure. He had to fact check.
Oh, that's your funny.
Oh God. Oh, that new Thanksgiving
Really
movie thinks it will top this movie. Well, guess what? They don't go back in time to the first Thanksgiving and get turkeys off the menu. So it has no way in any universe of topping this magnificent time-changing film. Jake is literally the best character to ever be in a movie.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
In a movie. Just Jake is the top dog to be in a movie.
That is honestly, that premise is pretty funny. That's a pretty funny premise.
That is bold to say. Fucking Freebirds.
That's a really funny premise.
Like, I can't talk shit, but it's just, it don't seem like the type of movie for that.
Yeah. I feel like if I'm in a writer's room and someone's like, I have a pitch. So what if turkeys went back in time? I'd be like, that's pretty good, man. If you can make that a movie, go do it. If you can write a script and finish it, go ahead. That's a really funny premise.
Yeah. Oh man. Damn, gave Shrek the Third a 1.5.
Whoa.
It's the weakest Shrek movie, so I get it.
Yeah, but 1.5. Damn. That like really said it like hurt you at that point.
Less than Planet 51.
Took some damage trying to watch it. A 1 for Pixels makes sense.
Real. Oh my god, so real. I don't understand. That's such a cool and sick concept. And then Adam Sandler had to be like, "Hey guys, I'm Adam Sandler." Hey guys, like, oh my god, it makes you so mad. Like, hey guys, it's me, Adam Sandler. Grown-ups, but video games. Am I right? Like,
grown-ups, but video games.
And he took that shit from Futurama, really.
No, bro.
Really?
It basically was from Futurama. It's literally a plot line from Futurama where like video game characters come to life and they become invaders of the Earth and shit. And Fry and the gang had to fight them off. It's just like, wow. Okay.
Oh, no, the movie is so dick. It pisses me off, bro. Again, I'm a gamer. I really do this shit, and it's like, I get it. Like, I can't get over it, bro. It's just, hey guys, it's me, Adam Sandler. Like, what's up? I got Josh Gad. Hey guys, just me, Josh Gad. I'm Olaf from Frozen 2. Kevin James in the corner with his hands in his pockets, like the meme. Like, go away. Like,
oh my god.
Exactly. I have a question relating to pixels for y'all. Would you rather live in a world where everyone loves pixels? The movie hasn't changed, but everyone loves pixels, and you're the only one who feels about who doesn't like it. Or would you rather live in the same world as now, except Rob Schneider is in pixels instead of Peter Dinklage?
We're in the same world as now, but Rob Schneider's in the movie instead of
pixels.
Peter.
Yeah.
That just makes it make.
And he's doing the race
now.
stuff. But he's doing the race stuff. He's doing the weird race stuff he always does. You know, when he changes his race for some reason in every movie he's in.
So yeah, it's even worse. Like, again, I'd rather live in this. I like, the movie's bad. Don't get me wrong. I don't like the movie. If out of nowhere niggas are coming up to my face being like, it's a good movie, actually, no, I'm gonna commit a crime. Like, I'm gonna commit a crime. Like,
I mean, that's what caused it to fail, though, is that I think people were like, bro, it's 2015 and you're still doing this bit? Like, what the hell?
That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Like,
ugh. Chat, remember y'all can't pick movies if y'all see anything.
That's true. We'll talk about movies for a long time.
Oh, Three Musketeers is goated.
Oh, damn. Already shuffled.
I know you straight.
Damn, is it back here?
It was. I think I saw it a little bit earlier, but it's whatever.
It is somewhere. I did log it. Yep. Yeah. And me and Tariq
Three Musketeers is goated on everything. Like,
yeah, this movie is so fucking fun. Like, it literally is just Mickey, Donald, and Goofy doing the Musketeers bit, and they just have so much fun with it. It's genuinely funny too. Like I said, like it actually got actual laughs out of me, like with how they played the characters. Like this one bit where they basically try to say Goofy ain't got like no brains and shit. Like,
and the fucking phone to the head.
It's just the phone, like just a phone off the hook, just going off in his head. And I'm like, damn.
That shit good. There's like a scene, like, it's just like a quick image. I want to see if I can fucking find it. It's like a painting of Pete dressed up as, oh my god, I found it.
Oh shit.
I don't know why. I'm gonna post this in the Discord. I don't know why, but whenever I see this shit, it gets me geeked up, bro. I think that shit is so funny. This image from the movie right here, so funny. I love it so much.
Little beady eyes.
Why he look like that? But not. It's genuinely so much fun. Like,
bro. They kind of get me with some of the jokes they be doing, or some of the shit they be doing. Because there was this bit where Daisy and Minnie got Burger King.
that shit funny.
I'm like, this is 18th century France or so. These niggas got Burger King. Like it's got a burger, got the cups, it got the fries. I'm like, what are we doing?
It's shit like this and like the fucking sick ass Mickey Mouse cartoons that made me wish that Mickey did more shit. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, like I don't know why they try to hide Mickey a lot. I mean, I'm always grateful for like those new modern shorts they did, but for a while it's just like they won't give the nigga a movie, like a theatrical movie. Like Goofy got a theatrical movie before him.
Yeah, it's crazy. Why can I not watch House of Mouse on Disney Plus? What are we talking about? For
real. I don't know why they be trying to hide his stuff. It's weird. It's like, this is your mascot and you gotta hide him. What's going on?
They can make it's crazy. These companies say they love money and they act like they do, but then they make choices that don't make sense.
On everything. I could be a better businessman than these niggas, bro. Like, on everything.
For real.
I know what these niggas want.
Like
Like
that's
just
what
make a
like
Mickey
we
Mouse
should have
movie.
been had the Mickey Mouse movie for the anniversary. Like 100 years of films, and
That's crazy. Yeah.
you just drop the ball and say, let's make Wish the anniversary
My
movie. I'm
nigga
like,
made them
Wish?
niggas made Wish willingly.
Like Wish
That's
works
insane.
as just a standalone movie if you tweak it a bit, but it damn sure did not need to be the anniversary movie. It shouldn't have been.
Agreed. No, it's that because I was I don't know. I thought Wish was gonna be like I thought the twist was gonna be like, oh, it's actually like it makes sense to be in 100th anniversary. Like I remember when I first heard the like the name Wish, I thought it was gonna be like a full deep dive backstory on like the world of like the Disney logo, like the Disney opening title sequence.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would be that world, and you would find out how it got there. That would be nuts. I think a movie about the world of the Disney logo, like of Disney Castle and shit, like Princess Disney or something. That would be a good 100. But they already fucked it up, so
Yeah,
fuck me, I guess.
that would be.
See you in 50 years.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy they didn't just use the Disney castle. It's like it's right there. You could actually formulate everything from there.
Yeah.
Like
Like,
it's
why not
already
make the
designed.
ultimate
You could
Disney
have gave
princess?
us inside tour or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Like that would have been like the ultimate Disney princess. Like if it was like if it really was like the ultimate Disney movie, I wouldn't even care if she was white. I wouldn't even give a shit. That's at that point. I'm like, you know what? Damn. I don't know. They could have done so much more. I feel like we got to. There's a lot of franchises that don't take anniversaries as seriously as they probably should.
Mm. Yeah, no. It's always sad when they just drop the ball and think, we. Because it's always baffling. It's like, why do you have these things if you don't want to do anything with it? Why not just give it away? Or just put it in the public domain and just be like, whatever, someone else could do something with that. We don't plan to do anything. Like, I wish we had I really wish Disney didn't fuck up the copyright laws, because a lot of this shit would have been went into public domain by now. We could have been started, like, people could have made their own stuff and easily would have had much better stuff out of it. But ugh.
For sure. No, that's why I really like stuff like The Boys or Invincible that just kind of take like existing characters and just change their names and how they look,
honestly,
and then tell original stories with that. I don't know. I feel like sometimes that's the best choice, but I also do think you could do a lot if it was like a story about the character that people know. But that shit ain't happening. So at least not soon. At least not very soon.
Basically. What was this? Oh, you saw Terrifier?
I recently saw Terrifier.
What'd you think?
I liked it. It was very fun. It was a very fun movie. It was a little spooky when it needed to be, and it was silly when it needed to be. I will not be watching the sequels. I think one is enough. I don't think I need to see another one.
I know the most, because I know the first one has like the most gruesome kill of all for him. Which
does it? Oh shit! Okay.
Possibly, because it's like
I think I know what you're talking about. I remember the scenes in my head like very viscerally. Yeah. It's I don't know. Do you want to try to describe it on stream? You can. I don't know how you'll do it without being nuts.
I mean, I guess not to beat around the fucking bush. He chopped off a woman's arms, legs, and titties and just left her a nub.
Whoa, that's not in the first movie. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's
not... Whoa!
Oh, right.
That's
the first
not
one
in the
was
first...
Yeah, the first one was chop the lady in half.
Yeah, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa,
like
they did...
Yeah.
They did nub lady? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's like the worst thing he's done. Was like, because this was like, I think in the original short that he premiered in, and it was like, yeah, he basically just chopped the lady into pieces and sewed her back up and just left her as a nub in a room by herself.
That is kind of that's one of those things with with Terrifiers, where like he'll do something that's so like fucked up and crazy, but it's so out of nowhere, and I'm like, that's like a little funny.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's so silly, like, but it's fucked up.
In 2, it's the biggest thing is like there is a very fucked up kill in it that's like, ugh. Like it's because it's so viscerally done. Like he's literally breaking into this lady's room and grabbing her and slicing her up and with a fucking like he's scalping her and shit and just cutting her open into ribbons, and her whole room is just getting completely doused in blood. And
oh damn!
Eventually it shows her, and she's just so cut the fuck up. It's like ugh. And the way they have the puppetry for her is crazy, because it's like, ugh. Like, you would think someone who did get cut up like this would move like that. Like,
okay. I might have to check it out for that. Just because sometimes, like the first movie surprised me a lot. But I didn't know anything about it. Like, I literally haven't seen a single clip when I watched it. And, spoilers for Terrifier. I'll wait like 5 seconds. 1, 5, I'm not counting. When bro pulls out like the blicky, that's crazy. That when he pulls out the gun, that is one of the funniest scenes ever. I was laughing my ass off.
He's done. Like, he does some like that in the second one too. Like he just shoots, he shoots motherfuckers.
That's pretty good, honestly. I was like, oh, like, because the whole time I was doing the thing where I was like, why don't you just like run away? And then like he's like, okay, bang, and I was like, oh shit, my bad. I can't. I might lose to him if I like. He's like one of the. I feel like he's one of the only horror villains that I'm like, I'll lose to you. The ones that aren't magic. A lot of them are just magic. To be fair,
this one is very much magic. He's
I saw that at the end. Yeah. I don't know how I felt about that. I like the idea of him just being like a fucked up guy, like a fucked up little guy.
Yeah, but I think they just were like, we want to make a true new horror monster, and if he gets to come back, sequels, because they got a Christmas. That's true. They got a Christmas movie as the sequel. I'm like, oh hell no. One honestly was enough for me. I don't think I ever need to watch any more of these or watch them again.
Oh yeah, that's so valid. No, it was I would recommend it to people though. I'd be like, yeah, you should watch it. I would say if you're like easily like queasy, don't watch that. You'll throw up for sure. There's no, like, I guess I don't get like grossed out easy. I guess like I think for movies, I think if it's like if I see like a little bit of blood in the real world, I'm like, ugh, I'll throw up. But in movies, I can like detach myself pretty easily.
Yeah, I can get that, because usually it looks a lot more, it pretty much can look pretty fake, so it's easy to distinguish, but when you see the actual thing is when it's like, ugh.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, love me some Terrifier. I'm looking at my own as if this isn't mine, as if I don't know my thoughts on these movies. Damn, I forgot I watched Coach Carter recently. I love them.
Coach Carter.
Fucking love Coach Carter. Damn. That shit is. I just had the urge to watch Coach Carter, so I was like, okay, and I pulled it up.
Nigga wanted to be inspired.
I was like so happy when I think I was staying over at a friend's place, and I think like I think she was like at the hospital or something just for like a checkup, and I was like she was like, I'll just be like gone for like a few hours, and I was like, all right. Then I watched Coach Carter. I was like, this is a really good movie. It was very fun.
I remember when it came out, it was like constantly talked about. Like everybody in my school was constantly just quoting it back or just mentioning it or discussing it, and I'm like, it's just a basketball movie.
Yeah.
Like you've seen one, you've seen them all.
That's true. No, definitely after like it's been some time since I watched it, I like all the feelings have left. So I'm not gonna like mention it to like someone and be like, oh, but you've seen Coach Carter. But like if you talk to me like a day after I watched that, or like later that day, and been like, you got any good movies? I'd be like, yo, you gotta watch Coach Carter. This movie's good. But I think after I watched it, I was like, what happened to the real guy? And then it was boring, and I was like, oh, this is pretty sad. Like nothing interesting.
Oh, what
Like
his
he
actual
just lived like a
stories?
regular. Yeah, I think he just like lived a regular life, which like shout out. But I don't know. The movie is so dramatic. I was expecting something more intense.
They just played it up.
Yeah.
That kind of sounds right, considering it's like you got Samuel L. Jackson playing this guy, and I'm like, he's just a coach. Like, you get Samuel L. Jackson to play a coach?
Yeah.
Like, damn, bro.
No, it's nuts. No, Coach Carter is like he feels like a. I don't know. They did a good job of making it feel like a movie. Like that's a good like adaptation of a real story that honestly is pretty, just someone's real life.
Yeah, that's fair. Ugh. What can we discuss? There was a movie I think I just recently watched. What is that? Damn it, that is not my activity. Please stay. No.
Knuckles 3-star? Interesting. Why?
That's
Well, don't get me wrong. I kind of give that shit a 2. But, like, you did better than me, so what saved it for a 3?
As I sit down on it, honestly, like, I start realizing, yeah, as a Sonic property, it's not great, and honestly, I probably was being a little bit generous with the 3, just because it really is just one of those things where it's like, I see it. There's some effort in the production, I give it that, but you genuinely feel like, bro, this is just not the type of series it needs to be.
I get it.
It needed to very much focus, and because who gives a fuck about Wade? I'm sorry. Like,
okay.
Really?
Here's my thing. Like when the moment they hit us with the news that there was going to be a Wayne and Knuckles show, like way back, my expectations were dirt low. And to be honest, I kind of wanted them to be. My biggest fear, here's how I can explain it. I was always down with the idea of a Knuckles show, but I don't want the Knuckles show to be essentially homework. What I wasn't wanting to happen was, in order to enjoy Sonic 3, I had to buy fucking Paramount Plus and watch this and make sure what's happening, you know what I mean? I want it to be like its own little thing. I found out it was going to be 6 episodes. I'm like, you know what? Fine, whatever. Let's see what the fuck they're doing. The first 2 episodes, I really enjoyed. I knew Wade was going to be there, whether I liked it or not. And, like, there was the Knuckle to Wade ratio in those 2 episodes, I thought were legitimately pretty all right. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Episode 3 is when it falls off the hill and doesn't return. Like,
yeah.
Is that the one where he's like hallucinating?
No.
No, that's 4. I think.
That's 4.
Is nuts. 4 is a little. They kind of went off the walls.
Yeah, that one I kind of like because of that like little song in the like flashback.
And here's the thing, like, I think Wade's in a pretty alright character. I didn't really talk about it in like I made like a whole video about like humans and Sonic and like where they're placed in like the plot, and I do think that if you really look at it, aside from like the Archie comics, the second best humans are probably in the movies. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And Wade's really interesting because, again, I get it, he's a bumbling idiot, but when you pair him with the really serious and kind of straightforward Knuckles, they work well together. It could have been a really fun buddy cop like show with these 2 people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Then I find out about Wade's mom and his crazy ass sister, who I don't like. Like,
yeah, that's just the sister was pissing me off. I'm like, what is the point of this character? Like, there's no arc. They don't actually sit down and talk about why they are bickering or anything like that. They just hate each other, and they keep doing such violent things to each other. It's like, what is the takeaway here?
And again,
who thinks this is funny?
Brother, I don't know if this is like a nitpick or not, but again, I just think it's kind of be crazy and beyond me that they're gonna put, Knuck if you buck for Knuckles, and again, cool, sick. I love that niggas understand that Knuckles is black. the entire show is the most white divorced dad music I've ever heard in my life. I'm being so real.
It is. They really,
Honestly,
they
yeah.
really dropped the ball on the music.
Yeah. Honestly, 100% agreed. I don't know. The Knuckles show was something. It was I feel like with all the Sonic content, they're really banking that you like the characters, which for the characters they write really well, like Sonic and Tails and Knuckles and Eggman, it works. But when the only character that's like written like really well in a whole show is Knuckles, that's a bit like you're kind of pushing.
You're pushing your luck. Like you are.
Yeah,
pushing...
like that's one character I like. Like I love. The rest I'm okay with, or they're annoying, or I don't. Like Kid Cudi was in this, right? I'm not crazy.
Yeah, Kid Cudi was in. Kid Cudi was in this, and he's just like a random no-name villain that like that gets fucking bye-bye by the end of episode 6, and we never see them again. And again, the main villain is some random no-name ass nigga, and like I get it. Genuinely, the Keys making everything a reference is really annoying, but like. I don't know this guy, like, at all. Like, why is he specifically going for Knuckles? Like, what does he gain from this shit? How did he gain Knuckles' powers? Like,
it really is just like, okay, I don't know if it's like Sega was being very restrictive with what they could use. I'm doubtful, I feel. But it really is a case of like, why didn't you try to just pull something from the games? Like, you had a lot you could have pulled from.
Yeah. No,
they should. Speaking of that, why? Yeah, they have stuff to pull from. So they pull from Sonic 06. And it's not even the character who gets the. What are we talking about? Like,
that's true. Actually, I forgot that. I fucking forgot. That's
crazy. That Iblis shit was a little weird. I mean, like that was cool and all, but it's like, wait, the Iblis trigger that's not Knuckles, or the Flames of Disaster. That's not Knuckles.
That literally nothing to do with Knuckles at all. Yeah. Whatsoever. What are we doing? Like,
I mean, maybe it can work in favor of them if they like don't spend too much time trying to explain Sonic 06 or tap into Sonic 06, but I would hope they don't.
Yeah, it's interesting, this Sonic stuff. I mean, I will have to see how Sonic 3 looks, because it looks like they're like doing pretty much the closest thing to like a direct adaptation of a Sonic storyline.
Yeah.
But I genuinely think they probably, I feel like they should have stuck closer to doing like adaptations and stuff like that. Just because it would be, I mean, I know it's expensive because they're all CGI characters, but I feel like in another world, the Knuckles show is like a very loose adaptation of Knuckles Chaotix. Like, it's just like Vector, Charmy, SBO just being like, oh, who the fuck are these guys? And it's like, oh, we're also from another world. And then so in Sonic 3, when it's probably, because they're probably going to introduce someone who's not Shadow as well in Sonic 3, like maybe like a Rouge or an Amy.
I understand where you're coming from, but sometimes I kind of like, again, my biggest fear when it comes to like, at least like movie Sonic is when they like, I'm okay with adaptation. Don't lean too much into like, only the fandom's gonna get this shit. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it's just me. Like,
I agree. Yeah.
My 100%. Limiter is like if they want to add like someone aside from Shadow, I'm okay with Amy and at least Metal Sonic, where it's like, oh, that's kind of like the other big bad. When I'm assuming like knowing how this movie's probably gonna go, Shadow's gonna either switch and not work with Eggman no more, or like they gotta stop the Bio Lizard and Metal Sonic or some shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, agreed.
But like, I don't want to like. To be honest, I'm perfectly fine with the third movie being the last movie. As much as I like Sonic, I hate the idea of like me being in my 30s and then we're on Sonic movie 8 and they're introducing characters like fucking Jet and the fucking Air Rider shit. I'm like, no, guys, please don't do this. Like,
I wouldn't be mad at them if they sort of try what the Smurfs did, where it's like, the first few movies were live action, then they decided to go animated, but if they actually do it right, because the Smurfs did and it failed, considering they didn't advertise it.
Also, I feel like that will also really work well if after the third movie, they stop and take a break. I don't see another Sonic movie for at least 4 years. Like,
yeah, agreed.
Like,
No,
let people miss it for a bit, and then come back like with a new drastic change. That's like, okay, we're pushing things in a different direction, but it's getting better.
Oh yeah. No, I would love to see. I would just love to see a. I feel like ideally this would be TV and less movie, maybe, but like an animated like Sonic story that is like telling like the story, like not like a side story or like a story that happens as well, but like the beginning of Sonic, and then like having an end, whatever that may be. Obviously, it would have to be someone who has like a really good plan on like how to like adapt different characters, because I feel like there's not like a centralized Sonic media that like just gives you the gist, because Archie is not that. No matter how much we like Archie, it's
Hell
not
no.
that.
It's not.
The IDW starts, I think, like either before or after Forces, so that doesn't really work.
Yeah, after
And
Forces.
there's like nothing else. Like Sat AM isn't canon, and Sonic X is not that as well. Like Sonic X is honestly the closest thing to it, if I'm being honest. But like I would like a good like
yeah, but
centralized
even with Sonic
TV.
X, it's like after Adventure.
Yeah, true.
Well, not
it's like after Adventure 2.
Yeah,
I want to say
It kind of is. Is it? I feel like it is.
it's like Advance. It's during Advance more because Cream.
True. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
if I can remember Sonic X, I remember them doing plot lines from SA1, SA2, some of the advanced games in Battle, and then
I
season
do
3 is
remember
what the
Battle.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember Battle very clearly. No, I would just love like a centralized like Sonic thing where like someone could be like, "Oh, I don't know Sonic. Like, who is he?" And I could be like, "Oh, check this out. It's a show that tells you that."
They need to do something a little bit like the IDWs where it's like arcs and everything, but they need to give it they do need to give it that definitive beginning. It's like, okay,
yeah,
let's start at like the very first game. Sonic is on an adventure by himself, and then eventually he meets Tails, and then they go on that adventure, and then eventually Knuckles and so on. Just keep upping the game as it goes, and
agreed.
You could and just pick and use the modern. I think you could use like modern design to tell the story. You don't got to do like he starts from classic and then he goes to modern. It's like just start with modern, but just tell the story like as is.
For sure. No, I definitely think like if they were to do that, they would have to like at least have like they would need to like be like, okay, this isn't like the main continuity technically, but it's something you could watch and it would like catch you up. Like there's going to be some big differences, but if you watch it, you'll understand the gist of who Sonic is, what's his relationship with these people, how he met these people, and it would allow for like a creative team to like retell game stories that either were like done poorly, like an 06, or even like a Forces could be done pretty well as like a season finale. I feel like
Or it could be a season in and of itself. Like
100%.
That story
I feel like
had so much potential just on the basis alone. It's like, oh, Eggman finally won. I mean, that's what Sat AM was, but finally getting that in a game, it's like, forget about it. That should be AAA right there, because like you have so much you can do with that, exploring all of Sonic's world, just liberating different areas and shit. Like that, it was a massive missed opportunity, because they made it like that short ass game. Eggman's barely taken over, or he's taken over, but his forces get wiped out pretty easily, and it's like, okay, guys. And then you're bum rushing through the story and trying to create weird senses of peril by saying, oh yeah, their forces have gotten wiped out and everyone's feeling bad, but they try to say Sonic was fucking injured or being tortured. Then you cut this nigga just smiling, being as happy-go-lucky as ever. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, that shit was dumb as hell.
But like, imagine if that was told like after like, I don't know, I'm just gonna throw out an arbitrary number, like 8 seasons of build. That's a little much, but like 8 seasons of build up, being like, oh shit, like he actually won after 8 seasons, and like look at these characters I love getting hurt because it gave me a show to like instead of just throwing me in a game after Lost World and giving me nothing. But I'm not here to rant about Forces. I could do that all day.
Yeah,
Brother, man, same here.
like if anything, I would want a Sonic series that's like X-Men, like the X-Men series.
Oh, ooh.
Something
Wait, what do
That'd
you
be
mean
honestly
by that?
really good.
like that, because
Like visually?
maybe not visually, but in the vein of like it's because the X like the '90s X-Men, I think tells the story of X-Men or adapts all the stories in a very easy to consume way. Like it kind
Yeah.
of centralizes what X-Men is to get you started. And the
Mhm.
comics is where it's like, okay, if you really want to dive into it, that's where you go. But I think that's
Yeah.
what I think
100%.
Sonic is ripe for something like that, where it's like you have
Yeah.
all these different things you can combine. You can, like, hell, I think you can try to incorporate every different series of, like, every animated series of Sonic into it if you wanted to in some way. Like,
Probably.
if you wanted to adapt
Probably.
them.
Yeah. Probably. No, I think it will be very good. I think it would be good not only like quality wise, but I think like it would gain a lot of attention too, because like especially like people who like love Sonic and remember playing the games. It's like, oh, is there a show coming on? And then they put it on and they're like, oh, is this shit doing the stuff that I played when I was a kid? Oh
That'd be
my!
sick.
Like, oh, it's adapting Heroes or it's adapting Black Knight or whatever. Like, oh my god! Like, I don't know. I think that would be nice.
Mm-hmm. Gonna remove that comment. Oh yeah, something that just because I would love the biggest thing is I would want to see these IDW characters show up. I want to see Surge. I want to see Tango. I want to see Whisper.
For
Like
sure.
that's why I'm excited to see what they do with the successor to Frontiers because
Yeah, no, because
Yes.
they did like name drop characters from the actual comics. I'm like, okay, cool. If you're gonna do that, I need to see them in the game now. Please do
thank
something
you
cool with them.
like
Yeah.
NPCs something
Yeah. No, I would
like
love. God, I would love that.
I
I
need
would
to
love that
stop fucking around and make
100%.
a Sonic Rush 2. Bring that nigga
That's what
Hideki
I'm.
back. You're making a new Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, they're never making a Sonic Rush sequel. Never on Earth are they doing that ever.
And they
I'm not gonna
hate
lie to
me.
you.
And they hate me for it. Like,
No, God, no. So I feel like I don't know. Sega's doing better for sure. Sega is like doing better uh at making like the games that they've been releasing so far are actually pretty consistently good. Uh,
yeah
and I think it's funny when I hear people like when Superstars came out. It's not great. It's not like a 10 out of 10. People are like it's the worst thing on earth. I'm like, okay, chill out.
yeah
First up, calm
you could
down.
do worse.
There,
You could
there
play
have
worse.
been much
you
worse. Y'all need
significantly
to
much
enjoy
worse.
yourselves. I was like,
Exactly.
you guys are privileged.
Like
You need
I
to
like
humble yourself.
I won't fake. Like there is some gripes. Like I hate how the bosses are in some of them levels because
Yeah, no,
it
them.
is like
Ooh,
sitting
they're
and
kind of
wait.
bad. They're kind of bad.
Yeah, those are annoying. But the way that it plays, it's fun. It genuinely is fun.
Mhm. Oh yeah, it's no, they're doing better. I mean, Frontiers was good. Frontiers was great in my opinion, but
Oh yeah.
Superstars is good. The movies and stuff like that. It's just to see what they do after, because I feel like this year is sort of like not a transition year, but it is like kind of like a goalpost, because we
Mm.
got a re-release of Generations, and we got Sonic the Movie 3, the end of that trilogy. After that, that's gonna be like,
We're probably
okay,
gonna have like a new game to see what's up.
yeah, it's like, can y'all keep like y'all been doing good? Now, can you not stop doing that,
Thank
please?
you. Yeah,
I
we
beg.
got like y'all riding a good high. I'm hoping like Sonic X Shadow Generations like really turns out well. People who got to try the demo said it plays really well.
That's
So
good.
like I'm hoping that holds up for the rest of everything else they got in it. I'm curious how they handle the I'm curious how they're gonna handle the open zone they're gonna do in this one.
I'm excited. I love the open
Yeah.
zone in Frontiers.
Oh, yeah, and I think
It's
that's
a
just pretty fun. You know,
fraction of it. Mm-hmm.
and the fact that like not only are they bringing it back, but like there's actually like a very more interesting thematic landscape. I think it's pretty cool from just like the cutscene, like from the images we've seen from it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
like
I'm excited.
the biggest thing I noticed some people said was in terms of the camera, they've even fixed that, which made it so he looks like they're actually running at a faster pace now. Because that was the biggest problem in Frontiers, was the camera was always too far back. You know?
You know what? Honestly, I agree.
Oh, this shit hard. Oh yes, Rail Canyon, Sonic Heroes, my beloved, my beloved.
The camera was very far back in Frontiers.
Yeah, and it made him look slow. It always made Sonic look slower, but it's like, no, he's actually moving significantly faster. It's just you're peeled back too far.
Oh, yeah, no, I think speaking of more shit, it seems like not only are they just gonna have what's it called? It showed up like earlier today where they showed the fact of like there's gonna be like assuming another playable character.
I saw it. I was about to mention that. Have you seen that?
It's like
the fourth playable character. There's like a fourth slot. Well, that's an assumption based on a lot of context clues and images. Yeah. Have you seen that?
No. Where is that?
Hold on. I'm gonna
I can literally get the link right here right now. Let me just put it in VC or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'll also send you two
images. I ain't see that. Like adding another character.
Yeah. And for context, I just sent. We're showing Mann these images.
The official website lists a second character next to Shadow.
Yeah. So it could be fucking anything at this point. It means nothing. Like it means something, but it doesn't.
As dumb as this sounds, it'd be really funny. Classic Shadow. I'm not gonna hold you.
If they do that, they are the sickest freaks ever, and they get my money.
Like I don't think they could do classic Shadow. It'd be so unnecessary.
That's just
like I don't know how you make that work. It's like, okay, I mean, I guess, but he didn't look like classic Shadow during Maria's when Maria was alive. So it's like,
yeah, no, like,
what is this like him before he got older?
Yeah, I mean, like, unless they do, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Unless they do like, I guess, like an adventure style Shadow, but I feel like that's a programming nightmare to make adventure style stages on top of, you know, modern style stages. That sounds like hell. I wouldn't do that if I'm a programmer. But I don't know how hard. That sounds hard to me. That feels like it's a very different thing you're doing, because it's not just switching from a different perspective and slightly altering the levels and the physics. Like you're making a completely different type of game.
Right.
So I don't know. Mr. Batowski in chat says it's just another form. Yeah, I don't. The thing is, I don't think it's like a form like Super Shadow, but I don't know what it could be.
I mean, it could be winged Shadow.
It could be that wing shit. You know what I mean?
But that feels like that's more transformation versus.
Like it looks like it just happens in the middle of a stage. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand why they would have a completely different slot for it.
Yeah. Only justification is that if it changes the gameplay significantly.
Yeah.
I will need to feel like it's a different character to justify it. First, to justify this build-up. Second, to justify it having a slot.
Yeah.
Because if it's just Shadow with wings and y'all are doing this, that's foul. That's
really.
That's just not nice.
Man, this looks...
This shit's so hard, brother. Like... Zega is a sick piece of bastard because they're gonna make me buy the same 10-year-old game again. Like...
Right?
Again.
At full price, too. That's the big thing.
The same game that was available before this one was announced. You know what game isn't? Unleashed. But they're never releasing that shit again.
Man, I wish they would re-release Unleashed. Ugh. Like
I can't wait for these. I can't wait for these niggas to drop this game the day of, and then out of nowhere, the PC port of Sonic Generation vanishes. Like,
oh God, they better not do that. Like,
oh, that's for sure happening. There's no way they don't.
It'd be so fucked up to just be like, oh yeah, you can only get the Sonic X Shadow Generations version. You can't get the.
These are the same people. These are the same people who, when Sonic Origins came out, all of them other Sonic games that were, that you could buy vanished, went bye bye. Like,
they did do that, didn't they?
Yeah, no, Sega's kind of fucked up. Sega's kind of like a bad company sometimes.
They be doing that
sometimes, actually, a lot of the times. If we're
right. Like you saying sometimes, it's like no, a lot. a lot.
Yeah,
The fucking
you cannot buy
time.
Sonic. You cannot buy Sonic CD, Sonic 2, and Sonic 1 anymore. But guess what, guys? Sonic 4. Ew.
Yeah. No, it's yeah. I mean, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this re-release. You know, I love me some Generations. For the longest, it was my favorite, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It's still up there. I'm not gonna hold you. But what else we got? Dragon Ball
I'm trying to look for
Superheroes
some
4-star.
outrageous stuff. Whoa, you really like that movie,
Yeah. What?
Dragon Ball
Yeah.
Superheroes? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it, so I have no opinions.
It
Wait,
genuine-
honestly, okay, wait. I'm fine with this. What did you rate Dragon Ball Super Broly?
I didn't have a Letterboxd at the time when I saw it, but I probably give that shit 4 to possibly a 4.5. There was a lot of good action in that one.
Yeah, no, again, I don't know. I kind of think this movie's like I watched it again recently and like I thought it was really fun. Like again, I want to know what I have an issue with. It's more of just the fact of like I don't know. Sometimes I think like for it being a 3D movie, it looks really good a lot of the time, but sometimes I think there are some shots that look kind of wonky and weird.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you. Everyone thinks, oh my god, Beast Gohan, he's so cool. I could pick that nigga up and throw him at a dartboard. What are we talking about? Like,
come on now.
you can look at his hair. Like,
Beast Mode looks cool enough.
However, I do mess with Ultimate Nigga Piccolo. That is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Ultimate Nigga Piccolo. Come on now.
That's brother. What? You're gonna look at. That is the hardest thing I've seen in a minute, bro.
What was it? Giant Piccolo?
I think so, bro. I don't know if they have a name for it. No. Like, or it's like Orange Piccolo or some shit.
Yeah.
Brother, I've seen a nigga down the street from my block before, brother.
It is kind of crazy. It's like, wait, Piccolo has gone giant before, so
I do think it's funny how in that movie he's like, "Hey, bro, you can do that." Oh yeah, I don't be doing that shit that much, dude. To be honest,
he literally forgets it every time, and it's like, what the fuck? Why do you forget? How did you forget this?
And I do think the elements of comedy that Akira Toriyama did put in the movies is pretty fun. Like, I don't know, I just think it's super funny. Just like the idea of just like Toyotaro or like other niggas just like doing whatever the fuck with the action scenes, and then Toriyama was like, okay, this is great and all. Let me put this really funny joke right here, right now. Like,
yeah, there definitely were some moments that were pretty funny, but it was like I did like the cute moments of Piccolo at the preschool.
Oh yeah, no, I think it's sweet.
They're trying to give this nigga like Piccolo a black uncle. Queen.
Yup, we love it out here. We love it out here.
I'm like, okay, y'all really wanted to play into this whole Piccolo's black shit, didn't you?
Damn straight.
And it's good, and it's great.
It is. But my biggest thing I did like about this was that they stepped up these two, because it's just like Gohan really was just like being kind of too much of a bitch. I'm like, I get that it's like you got a family to raise, but I'm like, nigga, we need you to protect this fucking planet, okay? Like, without this planet, you ain't got no family. Come on. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was tired of this nigga Gohan just slacking, bro. He's just been slacking for so long, ever since the Buu saga. And
oh yeah,
they thankfully gave him something a little bit in that Tournament of Power, but still, it's like finally giving him another form with Beast Mode, and it's his own form, thankfully. Because it's like, yeah,
that's pretty cool. I like that they're giving people like unique forms, like to themselves.
Honestly, that's a pretty interesting idea, though. I kind of just wish they like, again, I like, I gotta call it Orange Piccolo, bro. I like Orange Piccolo. I don't know how I feel about Beast Gohan. I'm be so real.
And I think Beast Gohan still looks pretty cool.
Bro,
Yeah.
look at that nigga's head. Bro, look at look at the side profile. Look at the side profile, brother. That is nuts. That is nuts.
Okay, that is pretty crazy. I
That
can't
is-
agree. That's an insane shape for a hair. That's an insane. Huh.
Yeah.
It might look better in motion.
It does. It actually looks better in motion. But yeah. They did kind of just say, let's make it as anime as we can.
Yeah, no, it's Jesus.
Oh,
I don't know. I like the form. I feel like I don't know. I like when they do. I don't know how I mean, I'm honestly okay with the forms just being different hair colors and not that many physical changes. But when they do the physical changes and it's like subtle, it's nice. That's a little less subtle. I wouldn't really call that subtle, but
yeah.
I guess so.
it's nice still.
I mean, I think it's more trying to be an extension of his regular hair, so that's kind of why it's like extending out more.
Maybe I just prefer, like, again, I think it's a good movie, but I think just a part of me prefers like Broly Super way more. I do think like, again, like I said, I think the 3D animation is really good here, but like that 2D shit that they were doing in Broly, oh my god, brother. I remember the day War was there, dude. Like, and again, I do like the character. Like, again, there was nowhere to go up with Broly character because, yeah, the Broly's like a cool character. You watch the original Broly movie, dude,
Yeah.
butter dick. Like, why do you hate Son Goku? That nigga kept crying. That's it.
And literally, it's just that Goku just wouldn't shut up. Such a petty ass reason to be mad.
And like,
Yes, too. He wasn't just a little mad.
It's kind of weird though, because like I do like what they do to Broly in the Super movie, but I kind of don't like what they did to Goku. Well, not even like Goku, Bardock in the Super Broly movie. You know what I mean? Where like okay, so you ever watch Story of Bardock? Or I really like that idea. It really gives the idea that like Akira Toriyama was when writing like Saiyans and shit like that, he was obviously inspired by like shit like Superman and more like Western stuff, but with like a twist. I really like that the Saiyans are described and depicted as a bunch of assholes. You know what I mean? Like they're a bunch of literally a bunch of dumb monkeys who like fighting and conquering planets. The only issue is that Super Hitler Frieza came out of nowhere and said, "Hey, I'm gonna conquer your ass, and you're gonna conquer planets for me," and that's what they did. I like Broly's whole character of just like being like just a ragtag group of like other Saiyans. He fucking gets hit with like one of those future aliens, and like he's not even like in the grand scheme of things, he's doing like a noble cause of saving his only son, but he's only doing it to be like, hey, look, I can't beat Frieza, but hopefully someday you kick his ass. You know what I mean?
Right.
And again, there's like a whole lot of suspense and like it's really interesting. In Super, it's giving too much, Kal-El, Superman. that nigga, on God, that nigga literally sees Frieza for the first time and he's like, I don't trust him. Honey, I'm putting my son in a space pod. Don't ask why. And it's like, okay, hindsight 2020, but like, why? Like.
Yeah.
I see that. I'm fine with the change, but I can see why you don't like it.
Yeah, but there was kind of a thing where, I don't know, in the first movie, the dad was way more of an asshole because he was just gonna abandon Broly once he kind of went apeshit.
Yeah, no, again, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not really like again, the first movie, like, again, well, yeah, it's kind of shitty, but it's also kind of like, again, it's an interesting Saiyan thing, you know what I mean? Where it's like, I kind of like when they're sort of pieces of shit because niggas like Vegeta and like Goku like overcome that shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the biggest thing with that I do like about the new Broly movie. It's that it just gets down to Goku and Vegeta having to genuinely overcome this with like remembering their skills and actually saying fuck it, we have to fuse, we have to work together. There is no other option.
And again, I was honestly expecting it to happen, but I was really surprised that they didn't kill that nigga Broly. Like, you know.
Oh yeah, I was happy for that.
You know, that shit was sick as hell. And it's like, cool. There's a third Saiyan. Granted, they're the most strongest people in like the, you know, fucking Dragon Ball universe are Saiyans, but like, you know, it's a new one. He's silent. And like his power set is different, where it's like, you know, due to like a genetic defect, he has the powers to turn into like the Great Ozaru or like giant ass monkey without actually turning into it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So like that's why I like his whole aura and shit is green. So it's like, damn, if they ever bring up the manga again, please start doing shit with Broly like you just started, and then the unfortunate death of, you know, Akira Toriyama happened, RP the GOAT, like.
And honestly, you know what makes it funny is this movie canonizes two movies that weren't canon before. Like it canonizes Broly, and it also makes Gogeta canon.
Oh yeah,
you're right.
Like it's just so funny to me that they're like, okay, let's actually try to make this an actual canon Dragon Ball, or make one of those crazy moments that happen in the movies like just canon, because everybody loves that stuff so much. Mm-hmm. But yeah, with Broly being added, it's like, oh, we actually get a different type of Saiyan, and you're right, he is like way silent and a bit more reserved. So really, I'm more curious to see how he's going to interact with everybody else if and when they actually finally have him pair up with them, because that's really going to be like interesting to see.
Yeah, no, I like what the Dragon Ball movies do with like making certain like canonizing movie stuff. I hope they, you know, I don't hope they don't do all of them. That would be annoying. But like some like really interesting like villain like designs, or Click is funny. Sorry, I just.
It's been a hot minute since like seeing Click, but isn't like depressing as shit or whatever.
It's funny. It's been a while since I last saw it too, but it is like funny. But there is like around the ending is when it gets like fucking sad. It's like holy shit. Like, you forgot that Adam Sandler could actually act when you watch it.
Okay, Thor Ragnarok 3 being crazy, because I gave that shit a 2. I don't know, I did not like it.
Ragnarok?
Ragnarok was just like it.
Wait, no. Wait, I'm thinking of Love and Thunder. Shit, no. Ooh.
Oh, wait, yeah, that's Love and Thunder. Love and Thunder, it was like. Yeah,
Love and Thunder is doing Ragnarok, but bad. Like honestly,
it really is just like the weak Ragnarok, and it's just like I don't know. Taika Waititi, I think, was just held back. I think that's what it feels like. I think Marvel actually got involved this time around and really just kind of had more of a chokehold on what could be done.
No,
because
not only is the movie like a little bit too much and like very unfocused, it did the worst thing ever. It made a bunch of idiots on Twitter be like, actually the first 2 Thor movies were good. No. Stop lying to me. Stop lying to me. Stop lying to yourself.
That's true. People became sick and crazy in the mind when they started lying.
Love and Thunder came out, and then out of nowhere, the first 2 Thor movies were good. They were all serious. No, don't lie to me. Don't lie to me.
Y'all can't change history, okay? That shit.
The Dark World was good. Lying.
You're lying to me and yourself. Like,
yeah, nah. Trying to fake and say some shit like, oh yeah, the fucking first 2 Thor movies were good. I'm like, y'all don't even quote them back. Y'all don't show scenes from the movies. Stop. Just stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Thor 2 fucking sucks. Thor 2 so bad.
She's so ass. That shit is so ass, bro. Oh my god.
It's so boring.
It's like a really bad. Like whenever people are like, you know, like, oh, the MCU is so awful nowadays. I'm like, I would rather watch everything after Endgame than Thor 2 once. Genuinely, I would rather watch every movie after Endgame in full, and show than Thor 2 ever again.
Damn.
These niggas are
It's
sick.
really, it's so not fun.
Oh my
It
god,
is
that
such
shit
not a
is
fun
so
movie.
ass. This shit is so ass.
Thor 2 is really, I really don't like it.
It genuinely was one of those things where I'm like, after watching it in the theaters, I only remember like one cool scene, and that was like, whew, god damn, it was Loki turning into Captain America and joking around. Like that was like the one scene I was like, oh yeah, that was funny, but that was just because of the cameo aspect of it, you know.
You know, that's like the only interesting part. Everything else, Dookie, like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
nothing about that was like good or funny.
Damn.
Ugh.
Nothing wrong in way.
It's funny, like the way people's
our niggas
are trying to like.
No, keep going.
Oh, I was just gonna say like the way people are like trying to like change history and say like the MCU was like great the whole time.
No.
Before Infinity, you're what the whole time.
No.
Look at Phase 1 again. Do you like all those movies? No, you don't. No, you don't.
I did this one thing of enjoying the first Ant-Man, thought it was good, and then I found out, oh, Edgar Wright was going to actually direct it, and then got kicked off the project. Rewatched Ant-Man again, I'm like, oh, this shit sucks. Like, this is kind of mid. Like,
it has aspects of Edgar Wright
moment
stuff in it because they did like actually get some of it down, but like then they changed directors midway through, and then they stuck with this director, and he worked for the second one. But then we get to the third one where they try to make Ant-Man serious, and I'm like, okay, guys, it's Ant-Man. Yeah. He's meant for side stories. He's not meant to lead. Like, it's not supposed to give us the next villain. The fact that you had Ant-Man beat Kang.
I think this would be an interesting topic.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have a list of them, but like, what are your rankings on like the Spider-Man movies?
The MCU Spider-Mans?
I mean, just like all of them in general. I remember doing like, I swear to God, I had like a tier list, way back of just how I felt about them, because let me see if I can find this shit because it pissed one of my friends off. But
wait, do you have like a crazy ranking?
Yes. Give me a second, but just you can just keep doing your shit. Let me just see if I can find this stuff.
Okay. Well, I'll say this. I remember I watched Quantumania in theaters. When it came out, I bought the ticket. Too much money is what I spent. And you know what? I'll say this positive. I don't know if it's because I didn't like the movie or it's because movie tickets are just too expensive now. So that's a positive kind of.
Oh yeah. This is it. I found it. Shit.
We're gonna lose our minds at this one. But I watched it in theaters, and I do think I applaud it for its like what's it called? Like the potential it had. I think the execution was a bit muddy. It was a bit it could have been better. But I think you can make a movie where Ant-Man goes to the quantum realm and fights MODOK and Kang and has like a kind of the same tone, but it just wouldn't be Scott Lang. I just wouldn't make it a Scott Lang picture. I feel like that protagonist does not work with that tone.
Yeah, no.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think you can make a movie with like Hank. Like if it was like Hank in his like 30s, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you could.
Like, you could definitely make that serious.
Yeah, if you did use Hank's Ant-Man, it probably could have worked a little better on that front. But it is a case of just like people kind of underestimate Ant-Man. If they use like giant man more to prove that it's like, okay, they really got to use a lot of force just to be able to hurt this guy. But even then, if you're setting up Kang to be the big bad fighter, the big bad villain for this next few phases, then you really got to showcase his power. And if he's just getting walked by one Avenger, it's like, oh, the rest of the Avengers are gonna beat him down.
Yeah. No, that ending's. I do think I've told my friends this as soon as we finished the movie. I think a better ending would have just been like Kang is left alive at the end of it, then they leave because they're superheroes. Sometimes like superheroes just like walk away. You know, they're like, oh, we're gonna keep you here. and then like at the end credits is just like a different Kang killing the original Kang easily. That would have set up the idea that, oh, the Kang you just fought, while had the same like philosophy and like power set, just was like not him. Like that was not the Kang.
Yeah,
like
that's not the strongest.
like,
he was just a
yeah
clone, like just a regular clone. It like they did like the Doom bots, something like
yeah
that.
basically yeah. I don't know. That movie's kind of just like a lot of good ideas in a very basic package.
Yeah, that's really what it comes down to. Is like you're trying. I see what you're doing, but it's
just not working.
It's not mixing well.
Yeah.
Like they're not working as well as you think they should.
But yeah, I found this shit and I posted it to VC. So if anyone wants an opinion,
so this list isn't that crazy. You made it seem like you would have some nuts stuff.
So just how better the Spider-Man movie.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
That is kind of true.
Yeah. Okay. What is that? Is that Far From Home and
that's Homecoming.
No, that's Homecoming.
That's Homecoming, right?
That's Homecoming.
Yeah, it's the first MCU one.
And Spider-Man 2 is also pretty up there.
It's Spider-Man 2. I can understand Spider-Man 1 here.
That's Far From Home.
This honestly, I disagree. But I'm not going to call you crazy.
This is Far From Home, or this?
Okay, no, that's No Way Home. That's No Way Home. Far From Home is C tier. Actually, wait.
I feel like Far From Home should be B tier.
I don't know.
Personally,
I don't know. I don't. People get weird about like MCU Spider-Man. It's a fun little time for me, but like sometimes I have problems with it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be like the guy where it's like, oh, fucking, I don't like Far From Home villains because like they're always connected to like Tony Hawk or Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk
crazy.
The nigga Tony Hawk be pissing me off, man. Like, but it's always like connected to Tony Stark or whatever. But like again, it's kind of weird that they did it again for like the second movie with Mysterio or whatever. I kind of find, and I don't know, I kind of just don't like how. I get that it's like supposed to be a take place about a movie like Spider-Man in a different area, not in like New York and shit. But I don't know, New York is like such a pivotal like a pivotal area and like character to like the Spider-Man mythos. Having it be somewhere else and just like not even having like a nigga like Aunt May really be there and stuff feels weird. You know what I mean?
I can see that. I'm gonna say this a lot this stream. I can see that, but I disagree. I know where you're coming from, but I don't share the same feelings. I don't know. I liked Far From Home a lot, but I know my reason why I liked it a lot because I think every Mysterio scene blew my mind.
Oh yeah, no, that shit's sick. That shit is really cool. Yeah. Like,
I was like, whoa, and I think that elevated it. I think I was like, you know what? That's like really good, like filmmaking to just do that. So I'm gonna put that up there.
It was one. I think it was one of those cases of where they understood, hey, it's CGI, but we can just go all out with it and have as much fun with it and play around. It's like let's actually put Spider-Man in a very helpless situation where he cannot trust his own mind. Like
that's just really good.
It was good. I like Mysterio. I like the switch they did. Like I knew he was gonna be the antagonist, but I think every time I go into like a MCU movie, I don't expect anything because they could change literally anything, like if they wanted to. So I'm like, who knows what's, because when he was like, I'm from another dimension, I was like, shit, he might be. I don't know. Like, like they could just say he is, and then like that's what the movie says. But then it was like that whole when he takes the glasses and everything is fake, like not just his costume, not just like his story, but everything. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god. He's crazy. This guy is crazy.
That's the thing. Like the MCU Spider-Man movies have good reveals. Like they know how to shock you with some of their reveals.
Yeah, I get it.
Like the first one when it was revealed that that the girl he was trying to get with his father was the Vulture.
It's a really good scene. Yeah. That's a really good scene.
Like this man opens the door and you just see him there. It's like, oh, we're in this type of situation. Oh shit!
Oh, yeah.
And then when they get to the actual prom and he stops Peter and tells him, it's like, fuck
Yeah.
that's different. That's y'all got me with that one.
Yeah. The Homecoming killed. Far From Home killed. I think that whole trilogy. I think that might. I don't even think this is a crazy thing to say. I think at least so far, until the third Spider-Verse movie comes out, that is the most consistent Spider-Man trilogy.
Oh yeah,
Out there.
yeah. I can agree with that because while the first Sam Raimi film is good, or at least a good setup, there's a lot of shit that's just a little too hammy or just too hokey.
Yeah, no. I like Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. If I go on the internet, people will lie to my face and say this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in their life, and I'm like, no, you were 6. Shut up. You were 6, and this was the first time you ever saw Spider-Man. I get it. Sam Raimi is the first time I ever got introduced to Spider-Man 2. When I watched like any other Spider-Man property, I'm like, why is that nigga using like web cartridges? Why is he not shooting it from his hands? I'm like, no. Looking back at it, they're kind of corny. They're a fun kind of corny, and I even think there are really good moments in the second movie. You know, it's the whole man. Peter's doing the whole Spider-Man routine of like, damn, this shit's really hard, and I'm like struggling between having a normal life and also being Spider-Man. And newsflash, my normal life kind of sucks right now. So
yeah.
Yeah. No, I think the thing you said about people lying to you about like saying it's the best thing ever, that's me with like people who are like 15 and who are like, yo, the Amazing Spider-Man, that shit's great.
Okay, no.
Yeah, they're lying. They're lying.
They're
lying.
very much fucking lying. No way
they're
in hell.
Lying.
Like,
they're lying, bro.
There's a few moments, yes, I will give it that, but no fucking way in hell.
I get it. Andrew Garfield got hoed. Let's not kid ourselves. The movies are bad.
Like he got screwed over with the fact that it's like you got this script that's just, or you got these movies that are like trying to walk the fine line of what the original, what the Sam Raimi films did, but like they just don't go far enough, or they take in too many ideas at once. That's the biggest problem with the second one. It's like the first one was at least focused. It's like, okay, I can see how all this plays out well and everything. I see how we get from here. The shit with the parents is still a little stupid.
Yes,
it's very fucking stupid, but it's like, okay, this is fine. Then we get the second one. Okay, the parents are falling out of the skies and shit. And all we got Rhino appearing, but he doesn't really do much here. And we got fucking Green Goblin and Electro, and you got a bum rush through both of their stories. Mainly in Goblin, you got to try to excuse as, yeah, Peter and Harry have been friends for a long time, even though he wasn't mentioned in the first film. I'm like, come on, guys, come on. Like, you're doing the same thing as Spider-Man 3 from the Raimi. Like, come on. Too many villains. You got you got too much dip on your chip. Okay?
It really is too much dip on your chip, my dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and the funny thing is that like now we know it's possible to do that many villains.
Yeah, because like again,
like No Way Home could. So, like they did great with that.
Well, okay. I don't know how I feel about No Way Home. It's like,
really?
I think it's a really good and fun movie. I watched it for a second time and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm seeing the problems. It's very much riding on the fan service, you know what I mean? Like, let's not kid ourselves. But again, it's just like, it feels weird when like a nigga like Sandman's being like, I'm gonna be so real, I don't want to be here, I just want to go back to my timeline. And then like 20 minutes later, fighting Spider-Man for some reason who's trying to send you back. Like,
it is a bit of that is a bit of a question mark I've always had. It's like, why didn't they just have Sandman team up with Spider-Man? It's like, he should know. It's like, look, I know Peter's, and you got my Peter here, and he's cool, so okay, I'm on y'all side. Like, he should have just turned on the villains, or just been on the side of the Peters.
Or I don't know, like I think I saw a tweet about it. Like the main reason why the main the main problem of like No Way Home, it could honestly happen in like a fucking sitcom Rick and Morty ass episode. I'm like, oh, fuck, you're kind of right. If Peter just shut the fuck up and let Doctor Strange finish the wish, this wouldn't have happened. But like, I get it, plot, but it's also just really weird. It's just like, brother, you've seen this magic bullshit before. You know how serious this shit is, brother. Like, calm down.
I think it's a matter of showcasing that that this Spider-Man was a little too in over his head at this point.
I get
It's showing,
it.
because it's like he's gotten all the tech, he's thinking he's the shit, and then when tragedy hits him, like his own identity being being known, he spirals and panics and does all this, and it's like, okay, yeah, you weren't ready. You panicked and you let shit get away from you, and now you fucked up your own life just because you couldn't get into college. Like, think about that. Like,
yeah, it's kind of crazy.
It really was a case of like, if you had just appealed your case, they would have probably been like, oh, okay, yeah, because they basically were telling him, hey, you kind of got some shit going on with you. We kind of can't fucks with you right now. It's like, okay, just wait. Like, just wait.
Oh,
but
yeah. Oh, yeah.
him making that decision, him going to Strange and fucking it all up, it's all on him. And now he's been reset and he has to live with that consequence. And I think that's the biggest thing I think many people wanted to see, is a Spider-Man that's now that basically caused his own problems,
Mm-hmm.
like has to live with the consequences of his own actions.
Oh yeah. No, I don't know. I think I haven't rewatched it in a long time, but I don't know if I want to.
Yeah,
like,
that's the thing. That's exactly. That's like the feeling where it's like,
yeah.
man, I should watch this again. Watch it again. Oh,
Yeah.
Like
I want to specifically watch it when I watched it the first time, because that is the experience I had. Experiencing
in the theater,
the art. Yeah, like in the because I don't know. This is sort of just like thinking of like movies in like a greater sense, but like the movie was made to be watched in a theater full of Spider-Man fans for the first time. If we're being honest, that's the purpose. That's why it was made. That feels like how they wrote it, how they directed it. Like they were like, okay, this is the movie. Watching it any other time, just kind of like watching a replay of like it's like I feel like there's pauses. I feel like there's definitely a few pauses for applause, a few times. And it's weird.
I don't know if I really agree with that. I feel like, yeah, it does have those wow moments with all the different characters, but there is a genuinely good story here about seeing.
Oh, I agree. I do agree.
Seeing a Spider-Man trying to fix a massive mistake on his part. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I feel like the story at hand still works overall. And the wow factor is there to, bring you in, but I think the story is what keeps you to stay. I mean, keeps you there.
I could definitely see that. I also haven't seen it. I actually think I have not seen it since it came out.
And that's
like once or twice.
I've seen all that since it come out. Yup, those two right there.
Oh, the shitty ones.
No. Like, peak fiction, peak Spider-Man fiction. The Spider-Verse movies.
You haven't seen those since they came out?
No, I know. Crazy. No, I'm talking about how I've seen them shits repeatedly.
Oh yeah, they're great. I mean, obvious everywhere. I think we all agree. I don't think there's a single
easily
here on stream or anywhere near us who disagrees.
I'd be shocked if anyone said they hate the Spider-Verse movies.
You're lying, and if you
I'm like, why?
you're lying, and if you are, don't talk to me. I won't like you as a person. Like.
I mean, that honestly might be true. Like, it's like, yo, if you hate Spider-Verse, something's up. Like, bro, you
have serious problems if you hate Spider-Verse. Any one of them. Like, I get Spider-Verse 2 in the vein of, oh yeah, you want to see what happens next, but it's still such a great ass fucking story from beginning to end. So it's like, come on, you can't hate this, and the artistry of it all, like. Those movies are fucking gorgeous.
Oh yeah, they're great. No,
She's so good. She's so good. I wish I knew when the third was coming out. Whenever, like
soon in the future at some point. In the future at some point. Onigiri in chat says the Spider-Verse movies, in my opinion, are the best superhero movies. Period. Do we agree?
You might be right. You might be right.
Yeah,
That's the crazy thing. It's not ridiculous to say that.
Like at the end of the day, between Batman the animated series or say X-Men the '90s series, or now Spider-Man and these movies, like animated movies might genuinely be the best format to do superhero stuff. Like,
and that might be the truth. Again, stuff like fucking 97 Spider-Verse, it's kind of like different, but it's still a superhero movie. Fucking as recent as Ultraman Rising, like this shit. Wow, you need to tell me that the funny. You need to tell me that the funny comic books work really well when they're moving. Oh my god, I can't believe this. Like,
oh yeah, they're great.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I do think Spider-Verse I think are kind of like they might be the best superhero movies. I generally think in a conversation of best superhero movies, I think they're a given. I feel like you can't say what's the best one because it's an obvious answer.
Yeah,
I think you'd say what's like a top 5.
Like,
to give it more
like people will throw the live action movies here and there. Like people will throw try to throw Dark Knight, but I think most people are starting to recognize the Dark Knight movie. It's
I hate that shit. I hate those movies.
I think it's good, but it's like as a Batman movie, it's like
that's why I hate them.
Ball.
Hey,
I'm not gonna lie. I have not watched a lot of Batman shit. Like specifically like the movies. Like I want to say like the two Batman media I fucked with was Brave and the Bold, and the newest recent fucking Batman movie. I thought that shit was hard.
The Batman.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I might have said this to you, man, but like I love me Batman. I love Batman so much. He's one of my favorites. The Dark Knight trilogy is so not Batman.
It's not.
I don't know who's in that movie. There's someone in a bat costume, but it's not him. I don't know.
Batman.
I don't know who these villains are. One of them's called Bane. That's a white guy, right? So I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Bane's not white. Ra's al Ghul's not white. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Batman is not a police officer. Let's get that narrative out of here. He's not a cop.
Yeah.
Like, the Nolan movies fucked him up. He's not a cop. Like, I'm tired. He's a nice guy. He has lollipops. He carries lollipops in his utility belt. Like, come on.
And I get it. He did, like, yeah. No,
okay, now you're advocating for Adam West Batman now.
No, he does that in the modern, like, for like little kids. He's like, hey, are you scared? Here's a lollipop. He's like a nice guy.
I get that.
I forgot another fucking Batman movie I watched. That's also fucking heat. Lego Batman. That's just
oh yeah, Lego Batman's pretty good. That sick ass opening, you can't fake on it.
Yeah, that shit fun. But nah, the Batman is honestly because I see that you give it a 4. I'd also give it a 4 too. Even though like I haven't watched. Again, this is coming from a guy who hasn't seen a lot of Batman. I was just bored. That shit got on Max, and I'm like, oh, this shit's sick as. Oh, sure, why not? I got 3 hours to kill. I can't believe I was invested in a movie for like 3 hours. That rarely ever happens. Like, I don't know. Gotham fucking sucks, but I kind of want to be there. That shit looks sick.
Oh yeah. This is definitely the best Gotham for live action. Like I've never.
For sure.
It never. Well, the other one is definitely the Michael Keaton one, the Tim Burton Batman. Like,
true.
Like
they had style.
Yeah, I kind of second to me or third probably is Joel Schumacher's Batman and Robin Gotham. It's a nonsensical ass looking city, but it's got charm.
Yeah, it's a very those old Joel Schumacher movies aren't. I think they are, like just as good adaptations as the Nolan films, as in like how much they do the silly good, as in how much they do the silly and ridiculous good. The Nolan does like the serious stuff, and like actually like writing it, like it's written pretty well. I just can't get the thought that like this isn't Batman. This kind of like a movie about like a cop.
You know,
doing shit.
The biggest thing you do mention, and this is something that that you do mention with the old Batman's, like, what was it? You said something about like the romance, right?
Or, like right now, like just now.
What's up? I think I was thinking
like in the last 30 minutes.
Or no,
not.
I was thinking that's a constant thing is the romance. It was you mentioned no, it was Taj mentioned like Batman giving lollipops. No, wait, Chill. You mentioned that.
Oh, that was me. That was
Chill. Yeah, you mentioned that, and that is talking about his heroics, obviously. And I realized a big constant that always makes it have to take away from the heroics from Batman is them always giving him a romance. And I think it's just like maybe y'all need to just not have him in a relationship in a movie. Just put that out there. Like no romance for Batman, and focus on him actually connecting with the city. Like do that shit where it's like he saves a child and he actually comforts them. Mm-hmm. Like I want to see that in the sequel for the Batman, like because it's supposed to be like, oh, he finally realized, oh, okay, I can't just be using fear all the time. I gotta actually give a sense of hope for people. You know, I gotta be a symbol. So I'm like, okay, let me see this man save some children and do that shit where it's like he comforts them and actually doesn't make and shows them that they shouldn't be scared. You know, I want to see that.
Another thing that I think the Batman does really well is that like Batman coming to the realization that like not only can he like that needs to start helping as like, you know, and like showing that like people that I'm not just I'm just not a scary ass nigga in a bat suit that just beats the fuck out of people. Like let me help you niggas out. He also realized that he can also probably help he can help out the city of Gotham as Bruce Wayne, because the majority of the movie that nigga every time that nigga's Bruce Wayne, that nigga is an Earl Sweatshirt fan, aka that nigga does not do shit and he does not go outside. Like, and like again, I think it works. It's a great narrative because it's just like, you know, he's going through grief and shit, and it's like, yeah, I get it, but like, if you have the means to make Gotham a better place, you should do something about it, not just as Batman.
Yeah,
agreed.
Exactly.
100% agreed. No, I think a lot of my gripes with just adaptation in general, like when it comes to film, is that like film is the most like popular medium, like kind of in the world. Like video games is pretty close, but everyone loves a movie. And so like when you adapt like a character, like that's gonna be how people see it for like a while. Like people think like that's why like I feel like if you ask someone, hey, can you do a Batman voice, they're gonna start growling and shit. Like, bro, what? Like, I'm Batman. Yeah. I'm like, yo, he just has a deep voice. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So have someone do a Batman voice. But when I think Batman voice, I think Kevin Conroy. I just think like a deep voice guy who's just like talking to you.
Yeah. They gotta like I think Patterson definitely gets that down a little bit, where it's like, okay, it's gruff, but not like that goofy Christian Bale shit.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing. I have no clue what no idea why
he
thought
was trying something.
He has like a deep voice in the real world. I don't know why he did a voice for it.
What were you saying, Todd?
Also, I was gonna say I also really enjoy the villain. I really do like how they just made the Riddler, you know, just a guy who just goes on 4chan too much and gets too tired of this shit. I'm like, oh, you get it. He needs to be stopped. He's a problem. Like,
yep, yeah, I did like that, and that was from the comics, if I'm right, because they did like a story. I think like that where Riddler was more like a Redditor guy. Like, honestly, or more or less it's inspired a little bit, because that costume definitely is from that type of comic.
That's very Riddler. No, I don't know. I think Reeves did a really good job with the Riddler, like keeping his vibes, but also keeping it a bit grounded. But it's also like silly. Like it's like the idea of like, hey, you're in prison. What'd you do? I put like riddles and shit around. You know, I started like making riddles. Like that's silly. But he does a really good job of like making it like keeping the silly stuff, but still making the tone serious. And I want him to do that with like some sillier. Like I want people to be like, yo, what is this supervillain? Like when they go to the theaters, like I'm trying to see like Calendar Man.
Yeah,
I'm trying to see Like maybe not Condiment King. That's a bit much. I think
that's
maybe
a
that's
too
You
dumb.
can't make
That's a
no
little bit
damn
too dumb.
Condiment King. Well,
you
can
could,
if you play
but it would be very
if you
different
play into
from
the
Condiment
silly
King.
of him, you could.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking like play into like the horror.
The horror.
I was thinking like just like a crazy nigga who like kills people just by like filling them with like ketchup. You can make that. You can make that
I
scary.
think a nigga like
You could.
Clayface or Killer Croc for like the Batman 2 would go crazy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm trying to see some fantasy. I'm just. I love me some comic books, and I'm tired of adaptations trying to make them seem too real. I need them to be silly. That's why.
How would you feel if like I don't think it should show up in the Batman, but like, isn't it? Do you think it'd be cool to see like a Batman movie that would like lean into the fact of him bringing back like a sidekick? Because one was like okay, when was like the last time they did that was like in the Joe Schumacher movies, right?
Wait, what do you mean? Like bringing a Robin?
Yeah, like actually put in a Robin or some shit.
Yes. I need them to do that in a movie. The next Batman movie is gonna have a Robin. The one that James Gunn is doing. I want the Batman 2 to have a Robin.
Okay, I'm back.
You wouldn't be like you would.
I desire it.
Yeah. If they, I don't know if Robin is always tricky because it's like the first time we got second time we got live action Robin was the Joel Schumacher's versions, and like they made Robin such a bitch.
That's true.
Like he was such a whiny bitch.
I don't know. It also just gotta feel
and he was a grown
because,
man too, so it's
it's really weird. Where it's just like, man, I'm just a recent orphan. My parents are died. How old are you? 21. What?
Yeah, that's
like, you don't get your.
I'm sorry, but like
it's like this is not an adoption, nigga. This is you were letting this nigga just sleep on your couch at this point. Like, why did they cast Chris O'Donnell in this shit? Because
I don't know. Wait, I don't want to talk out of my ass when I say this, but I have a feeling maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like there's some purposefully written or acted gay subtext between Batman and Robin. Am I crazy? Did I just make that shit up in my head?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know about that. I feel like they're always afraid to have like too young of a Robin because it's just like on one hand, like it's a comic, but on the other hand, if you see in a live action, this billionaire weirdo is putting this random ass kid in these dangerous situations, and it's like, yeah, I get it, but like whatever.
Yeah.
Something on the internet might complain about that.
Yeah. I want to see. I honestly unpopular. I think this is an unpopular opinion, but I want the Batman 2, Dick Grayson. Make him like 12 to 14. 15 max. 15 max. I want him to be really young, and I want it to be like that he's like sort of like the light. That is sort of like the light to Batman, sort of like dark.
Yeah, no. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't like from age 15 to 17, I think is a pretty good like range, you know what I mean? I think that works.
I could see that. I think I just in terms of planning ahead, I always think it's smart to go younger for the very first Robin, because then you can do a lot of time passing in between that and the second one.
You can build up to Nightwing better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do like a Dick Grayson that's like 13 and he leaves to become Nightwing, let's say 18, that's a lot more time for that relationship to be established. So if you bring on like, of course this is assuming these movies go on forever, which I hope they don't, but like you could bring on like a Jason Todd, you cut that off early, that hurts a lot more because we had Dick Grayson for so long. Jason being so short is like, whoa, that like sucks.
The only tricky thing is you do need the movies to go on for that long.
Yeah. And that's something I kind of don't want.
Yeah.
At all.
So it's like I think they'd have to probably stick with a Robin.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I think it's the purpose of like choosing. Because there's so many, just like choose the one that works. And I think, I think Dick Grayson. I want the mainstream to be used to the fact that there is multiple Robins and that Dick Grayson is one of them. Because right now the most popular version of him kinda is Teen Titans, and he's nothing like Dick Grayson. So
yeah, nah. Yeah, people very much don't realize that it's like you were better off looking at Young Justice Robin and not Teen Titans.
But yeah,
Robin.
that's a great Robin. That Robin is I love me some Young Justice. I love that shit. Even the seasons people don't like.
I gotta watch the third and fourth season.
Yeah, honestly, you might like them, you might not. I love them.
Okay.
I love season 3. I think it's very fun. I just just expect like a new DC show. I think don't worry that it's called Young Justice.
Don't worry.
I just kind of see Young Justice as like a show that is just like about like a DC. It's kind of like a DC anthology, like after a while. And if you view it like that, it's a lot more fun than if you're like expecting to it just be like the saga of like Superboy and his friends.
Right.
Like you're not gonna get that at all.
Okay then. Yeah. Because it's like I followed up all the way from the first and to the second season, and when it was canceled, so it's gonna be interesting to hop right in. I probably got to give it a full rewatch because it has been so long since I last watched it through.
Oh yeah. No, I think when I first saw it, I was like, season 1's really good because I remember watching like reruns on TV. Might have been the original runs, I don't know, but on TV. Then I was like, okay, season 1, season 2, that time jump like spooked me, and I was like, oh, whoa, what's going on? But I like it. I don't know. I like it a lot because it's like a sort of like a look into the DC world for like any newcomer. I'd really recommend that show because it's like it introduces you like to a bunch of characters, and like it allows you to like know their shtick without needing like an entire like arc for them.
Right.
Like you're like, oh, Blue Beetle. I get it. Like as soon as he's on screen, like okay, I get it. Like oh, there's a second Flash. I get it.
Yeah.
Like it's not. They make it really easy to like just consume a lot of characters, and I think that's fun.
Yeah, it's always. I can always enjoy when it's like they don't make the world feel too confusing, because it's like so many characters have to keep track of.
For sure.
What else we got here?
Is this still your Letterboxd?
Yep.
Okay, dope. Have we finished Taj's? Have you finished WorsTahj's 6 Letterboxd? 6 movie Letterboxd.
Why you have to expose?
We really gotta keep dogging, dog. Huh?
I just wanted to know. I'm trying to.
I want to know what's up with if I was Craig McCracken, I'll be mad as hell right now.
I would. This sucks.
What was so bad about it? Because
it's so boring. Like I get it. Like okay, cool. Cool. I don't know. I don't give a shit about any of these imaginary friends. It just feels like a movie that was just made to get as many celebrities as possible that have these niggas to voice shit. And like, I get it. Have you seen the movie, or do you want like spoilers or whatever?
I don't care if you spoil it.
I'm never watching this movie in my life.
I'm trying to watch.
Yeah, not. And it's like, yeah, I get it. They want to do like some interesting like aspect. You know, the girl's going through shit. Her mom's going through whatever. I don't give a shit. But like, I just don't care. And again, like I said, if I'm Craig McCracken, I'd be angry as a bitch because like, oh, it's one thing to have like, you know, a similar idea of just like, oh, let's see if we can get these new people let's see if we can get like these imaginary friends a new home or whatever, like another show. We're not gonna name any names, but like, you know, let's see if we can do that. And it's like whatever. You know that big nigga right there? He's like one of the main characters in this bitch. Guess this nigga's fucking name.
That big nigga right there.
Nigga,
like blue?
Purple?
Is it blue?
Yes, it's blue.
That's crazy.
Wait,
That's
it's just
so
blue?
Crazy. It's blue. Like, there's like at that point, I'm like, you're lying to me. You're actually lying to
These
me.
These niggas
as
need
person.
a lawsuit.
That's what I'm saying.
God.
I mean,
you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't. You can't.
I really felt like Soulja Boy with the Drake beat, bro.
Drake?
They stole my entire flow, word for word, bar for bar. Like,
what's crazy is that Soulja Boy wasn't wrong.
Sure, he wasn't wrong.
He stole my entire flow, word for word, bar for bar, and he's right. They stole that shit word for word. Bar for bar, beat for beat, like
name that nigga Blue. That's actually like a new type of love.
That's just fucked up. Like, oh my god.
Like, yo, Like you
Like
can't
they
even get
deserve that
away
box
with
office
that.
bomb, dude.
What are we
Oh, I knew that.
talking
Yeah, I
about?
knew that shit was finna bomb because I was like, this movie looked fake.
That nigga John
This movie doesn't look
Krasinski a
real.
liar and a fraud. Like that nigga ain't made that shit up. Nothing. That nigga said, "Hey, bro, I was really inspired by this really sick show called like Fashion for Imaginary Friends, so I just did it again." Like,
So
Literally.
I just did it. It's so
Just
great.
did.
so I just did it. Like,
I was super
I just-
inspired, so
to
I
just
did that.
do it.
so I did that shit.
He stood on business and did that
That's what they
shit.
did. That's what they did.
So I love Foster's. I'm inspired. Let's make it. It already exists. Let's do that shit again.
Let's do that
I
again,
love that
right?
shit.
Like, oh my god, bro, it's just insane to think that they would just copy this entire show. Like this show, they thought so much. They
with
thought
none of the
so much
swag, my
time
nigga, like-
passed that it's like we can just take it. It's ripe for the pickings.
That is insane. That is insane. This movie's dead. Boo. Boo.
I'll bet.
Boo,
No, I'll be,
Bungie.
yo, that's they made that nigga blue. I can't believe they did that.
They
That's
named
actually-
this purple ass thing blue. Like,
And you want me to believe that that nigga wasn't just looking at your homework? No.
The amount, like that's actually like that is some like, bro, you wrote my answer on the wrong question type shit. Like the answer isn't blue. Like, why did you write that down? He's purple.
That shit is crazy.
He is fully purple.
That shit is nuts. I can't believe this shit.
Well, I'm glad you put that on your letterbox. I'm glad.
Thank
I'm glad we
you.
figured
Thank
that
you.
out.
I don't know. I watched that shit recently with like a friend because like, hey, look, I get that. Like again, I was really talking to them. Like, I get that this is fucking. The joke is like, oh, this is bootleg Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. It can't just be that, right? It was just that. It was.
It was exactly that. I wonder what Nintendo said about this.
Oh no.
Oh, they didn't rip off Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. They ripped off the first search results for Foster's Home
Christ.
for Imaginary Friends fan theory. Damn!
Shit. Booty,
Damn,
bruh.
Nick. Holy shit, that's mean.
Nah, again, like I said, niggas did not. Again, bro, think about it. I'm Craig McCracken. I make the Powerpuff Girls movie. It's pretty heat. It has flaws. Bombs in the office, but like it's not even like an unfair one. It bombed so bad that they never make another Cartoon Network movie in theaters ever again. It sucks, but you take it like a G. You move on. You make another show, Foster's Home. Cartoon Network fucks you over with not having it be like serialized or whatever, but you get to make your show. It has like 6 seasons. It does pretty good, and then you move on. 10 years later, that nigga from The Office says, you know what? I can do it. What?
Yeah. Like, I'd just be like, this fucking, I saw this nigga on a TV show and he's just taking my show. Like, I saw his come up and now he's just gonna take my shit.
It's crazy.
What's Nostalgia say? Decent.
You don't think that?
Decent. Decent. Oh, but dick figures.
Damn, 5 out of 5.
Yeah, really. This movie,
I mean, shout out. I've
unironically
never
has
seen
no flaws, and that's hilarious to me.
Brother, it works. As a that nigga lying. That nigga Clef lying.
Clemson won. Clemson.
That's
no.
crazy.
Fuck
So
this
we
movie.
got it.
Damn.
Oh my god. That nigga a hater. What are we talking about?
Oh,
Wait,
man.
did you write anything? What did nigga say?
No,
I
he
actually
ain't
wanna
say
know.
nothing. He just left it as just a 1.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. I don't know, bro. Again, maybe this is just like a nostalgia thing. It actually might be a nostalgia thing, but bro, like again, if you were a nigga who grew up with like unrestrained access to the internet, fucking, I was watching a lot of Flash cartoons at the time, and this is like circa 2013, so this is still like a good era of YouTube. I find Mondo Media out of nowhere, and I just see fucking dick figures, and I'm like, wow, this is literally the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. And like I'm a fan of that shit. It's kind of raunchy and kind of aged kind of bad, but like I still think there are really funny moments. I'd be quoting that shit to my friends like all the time. And I remember exactly where I was, where it's just like, hey, bro, thanks for watching this show. It's like one of them popular shit on YouTube. We're gonna kickstart a movie. That shit taught me a lot about like, and it's really funny that this movie right here not only taught me about like fucking Kickstarter, but it taught me about like the animation process as a whole. Yes, Stick Figures, the movie, is what taught me how to make the funny cartoons move. Like,
jeez,
damn,
that's crazy, bro.
Nah, bro. I wanted to get, I wanted to put something, I wanted to back the Kickstarter so bad, but I was poor. And I'm not gonna look at my mama being like, "Hey, mom, give me money for the dick." Like, no, like,
yo, you're crazy.
Hey,
yo,
hey,
but that's I couldn't do that.
Yo.
Couldn't do that. Like,
you're crazy.
Yo,
I'm not.
But nah,
you can't
again,
say that. That's gonna get taken out of context. You gonna clip.
That's why
behavior. Hey, Jack, clip that. Hey, clip that.
What?
That.
They're setting
Someone
me
clip that.
up. They're
Someone
setting me
clip
up. But again,
Bro,
I just think it's. I just think. I think. I'm just gonna say. Okay. I think Richard Figures the movie is just like a great send off to like the series as a whole. It's a dumb. It's a dumb fucking MacGuffin adventure, and for what they're doing, it's really cool. Yes, they are stick figures, but that does not mean that they skimp out on the animations. And this also feeds into a nigga like me who watch a lot of stick figure fights. So when they're like scrapping it up, that shit's hard. Again, and like, and I do think I'm being so real. I think that the characterization between Red and Blue and their friendship is interesting, and it is very much tested. I think there are a lot of good scenes between them, and the end of them coming to realize that yes, they do care for each other, and they work well together as a unit. Great shit, like and I do think that every character throughout like the series has a moment, and like they don't leave anything behind. It's all good, and it's great. I don't know that nigga I'm talking about. One is crazy, like.
All right. Shout outs to Julian Hobbs for the $5 super chat. Say what you will about If, but Blossom is adorable as fuck. Also, Dick Figures, the movie, made me a fan of Eric Baza as he was the villain of the film.
Yeah, literally. Again, Eric Baza. Wait, isn't he like now like the new voice of Bugs Bunny and shit?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. That's like the first time I saw that nigga. He was on the come up. He started off peak and he's continuing peak. Like, let's be real here.
Yeah, that man's really got down his like Looney Tunes voices. It's really insane. Like especially his bugs is crazy. It's like he can go into that whole like that crazy weird loud gruff voice he does sometimes. It's like, oh my god.
This is good. This is great. Again, I just think the movie's just a fun time, and like anytime I put it on, like I think we get tired of it, but I don't. Like, we just really like watching it.
Yeah. Was it? Damn, nigga. Super Mario says Sonic 2 better. Fight me, nigga.
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. This is coming from an also Mario fan. I am a huge ass Mario fan. I did the faded thing of watching that movie a second time, and I'm like, oh, this isn't kind of good. Like, yes, thank you for like. Granted, this is like I want to say the second best Illumination movie out there. Crazy when you think about it, but again, it's just like how I feel about the movie is. Yes, I do think that they do a really good job when it comes to being faithful and true to like a lot of the fucking Mario shit that you know and are acquainted to. And I think that's pretty good. I wish that there was a movie with it too, you know what I mean? Like
damn.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I wish there was a plot. I wish there was characters who had relations and did shit. I kid you not. I'm never gonna forget the scene where I'm never gonna forget the scene where it's like, Peach and Mario are being like, okay, we're gonna go on this adventure. Toad's like, and I'm gonna come along too. Why are you gonna come along? Because me and Mario are best friends. After that, they never talk throughout the movie. They do not talk a single time after that sentence. And it's like, what are you talking about? Like,
best friends. It's like, come on, guys. We're just kind of bumming through this at this point.
And it really sucks that, like, again, the best relationship is surprisingly Mario and Luigi. too bad they get separated by the the 20-minute mark. And yeah, I get it. Thank God that they didn't make Peach like the capture villain. I think that would have been also like annoying. But like
they didn't really need to put anyone in the
they didn't.
damsel in distress role. They could have had
They
Mario and Luigi team up with Peach, and it's just just have Bowser be on his way. You know, like collecting
again.
stars.
Mario and Luigi are stuck in a land they don't know. They want to go home. They meet up with the only other human there, and the hijinks and adventure ensue. It's like happen. Like Bowser gets to just be like on his villain shit, conquering planets and stuff, being afraid of like the new threats of like other humans or whatever. But like I don't understand why they really had to get rid of Luigi at the end of it. In the beginning of the movie, because again, it's also really weird where it's just like, hey, fucking Luigi, mess with the star that you've never seen before, because the majority of the movie you've been trapped, and he's kicking ass, and it's like, it's cool, but like the moment you think for like 5 minutes, how is he doing this? Like,
yeah, really, it's one of those things where it's just like they really wanted to get through every like Easter egg and cameo they could for the Mario franchise, and while that's a fun little effort, at the end of the day it leaves you wanting. It's like it does turn into jingling keys after the first viewing. You start realizing, yeah, you just put this on in the background for the kids to watch. But
and don't get me wrong, as a Mario fan, they were jingling them keys really good. I just did the bad thing of watching it a second time, like.
Yeah, it's like I like it. I like how it looks. I really do like how it looks, but it's like there was a movie that needed to be put in here. Like we needed a movie. It very much is too much cameo picking.
Yeah, no, the Mario, I'd say it's fine. Like it's not super bad, but like it definitely just feels like an advertisement for a Mario game. It feels like an advertisement for the concept of Mario instead of like a movie about Mario.
Right.
Like I remember like when I was hella young, I like fully imagined a Mario movie. And like even like it was probably shit because I was like 11, but like it had like a plot. There was like a arc and shit. Like I don't know, like this movie just felt like them being like, this is what Mario is. Like in my like they really did try to fit so much in there that was like not needed. Like we didn't need Donkey Kong. We really didn't. Why is Donkey Kong here? Like you could have waited. Like if you want to do Donkey Kong, do that later.
Yeah, really.
I don't know.
Do that shit later. Like, and again, I don't know. It's just like you want a really good Mario movie that like has a lot of Mario memorabilia and also tells an interesting not like again. I really hated that dumb shit that just kept happening when the movie was out and people had like gripes of like, damn, I wish they told a story. Would you want a Pixar level story? Why are you complaining about things being good? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yes, I would like a Pixar level story. Actually, that'd be pretty good.
That'd be good. Like,
yeah.
Why are you complaining about things being better? Like,
yeah,
you hear yourself, right?
Yeah, really. Like, it's not even that. It's because not even that the movie sucks. It's just it could have been more. You watch it and it's like, I've definitely read better Mario stories. Like if you read the Super Mario Adventure book, like that is genuinely just a fun Super Mario story. And they could have easily adapted that. I mean, you could still add in the origins and stuff, but I mean, they kind of took a little bit from it because they have like Peach actually doing stuff and not just having her as a damsel in distress, you know?
Yeah. Like I do think. Was there a chat?
Yeah. Bukowski was saying Char I5's review talked about like he came up with what the story could have been, which yeah, those are usually, I mean, that's usually cool, but it's one of those things of hindsight is 2020.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But like I love me a good rewrite, but it's much easier to rewrite a story that already exists than to think of a story on your own. It's so much easier.
It literally is just like you're literally just going off of a template and completely like you already have a beginning, middle, and end. You're just rewriting, basically.
Yeah.
And
like
and it becomes worthless because it's like, well, the people who would need to hear it legally can't hear it because they can get in trouble for that.
Yeah, I do think one good thing that I love a good YouTube rewrite of like a movie or something. If it's like in good spirit, I think out of spite that's
that shit's annoying. Oh my god!
But
don't
like
even get me
if it's like out of like love and a desire to see something be better, I mean that's just like a good way to like flex like your writing, like a little bit. Yeah. That's a great thing. Yeah. But if it's out of spite, fuck you.
If you're just doing it because you hated it, at that point it's like, bro,
corny,
you just didn't fuck with the movie, and you could have just moved on. Like,
like I could make it better. Like, come on, like what? You could chill out. Like, huh? You can make it better. You're weird.
You can make it better. Yeah, right.
That Mario movie is something though. I do think if Nintendo really wanted to, because I don't know if this is true or if this is just a rumor that they want to like do like, they might have, because everyone want to do like a cinematic universe, right? I feel like if they really wanted to, they could do like a bunch of really good solo movies and then fuck it up halfway through. I don't think there's a world where they do a Nintendo cinematic universe.
I don't need a Smash Bros. Universe.
Yeah.
Everything.
There's no way it's gonna be good.
I'm good.
Like,
please don't do it.
Yeah.
I don't think they will. I think it would be more work for them to try to do that than it would be to not. Like, because you can't connect it all and make it make sense.
I literally see niggas on the internet be like, "Oh my god, a Smash Bros. Cinematic Universe would be so cool." And then I look in horror of the idea of a Fire Emblem movie. I'm like, stop lying to me, please.
Wait, hold up, Tahj. I would watch that. I would watch a Fire Emblem movie. I would watch a bunch of solo movies about
I think it'd be
Nintendo
better as a show, though.
You know what? You're right.
As what? Wait, what as a
Fire Emblem?
Agreed.
Yeah, Fire Emblem makes the most sense as like a show.
A limited series, that would be pretty good.
You could probably make that a long running series. It's Fire Emblem. They got
true.
Yeah. So much.
That'd be great.
Shit.
The Legends of the movie.
There's so many movies off Nintendo games.
I low-key have like no faith in that like Legends of the movie. I'll be so real.
Yeah, it's live action.
Oh, I don't have faith in that. They're screwed.
It's also directed by the guy who made Venom.
Oh.
Venom.
Ooh boy.
Ugh. That's no. It's. I feel like the only Legend of Zelda movie idea I would actually have faith in is a 2D one. Because I know they did tests for a 3D one, but that's long gone. They're not doing that again.
Yeah,
and I don't trust them to do the second one.
It was from the same studio that did the anime.
CMNT shit.
Yeah,
and that shit was low-key kind of tough.
Yeah, it looked great. But right now, in the year 2024, I would only trust like a 2D animated Zelda movie, because then I would know it's made by someone who really wants to make it.
Yeah,
I don't know,
who really wants to tell a story. And you could tell so many if you really want to like do it. But you would
every really original person I've ever met has been like, oh my god, it'd be so cool to see like a fucking Legend of Zelda movie and like the Ghibli film. And I'm like, no, shut up, look, shut up, do yourself a favor, look up Trigun Stampede. And if they made a Legend of the movie that looked like that, then we're talking. Then I think we're good. Like,
I could see that. I could see that for sure. I can see it for sure. Batowski in chat says a Metroid movie could definitely work. I've thought of this.
If you play it like Alien, you'd easily can.
Like, a Metroid horror movie, great. It would be great. Like they could do a bunch. They could do a Star Fox movie. That would be fun. But they're never doing that. Obviously, they hate Star Fox and money.
They could do a Star Fox series, low key. Like,
I'm not gonna lie,
just make it a big Space Odyssey type deal where they're like going to different planets and dealing with different problems.
I'm not gonna lie, I think it'd be really funny, because the reason why, I think it'd be really funny for like an artistic style for like if they were to make like a Star Fox show or some shit or like a movie is Miyamoto, when making that shit, was inspired by like an old ass like puppet cartoon or whatever. So if he got like some Jim Henson niggas to like make just like a fucking Star Fox puppet show, I'd watch it.
Hmm.
You know what?
I think that
I think I'd watch an episode.
Yeah, I don't know if I want a whole series.
I think that'd be like a neat full circle type shit for real.
Ooh, someone in chat says something. Says, "Give me an Ice Climbers movie in the style of 127 Hours." Definitely a joke. That comment is a joke.
Only Gary said that. Hell no.
Yeah, that's definitely a joke.
Didn't that nigga eat his leg or some shit?
Yeah, that'd be crazy. But I am thinking, what's like a Nintendo game that like people that you wouldn't expect to be a good movie, but you think could actually be pretty good.
What's
Kirby?
Wait, man, what'd you say?
You
like
said
that you
Kirby
wouldn't
work?
expect, that you would not expect, but that you think would be like something like out of like if I said like Pikmin, I don't agree on that, but like you don't expect Pikmin to be a good movie, but if I believed it would be, that would be my answer.
It could be a good short movie, but not a good movie.
Yeah.
Why did my brain go to Punch Out and I'm just thinking, oh, you mean Creed or Rocky? Like,
yeah, really.
They just make a Punch Out movie, but actually, no. Wait, I remember. Punch Out actually had like some funny as shit. Live action commercials. If they made like a weird ass like documentary Rocky Punch Out movie, that should be funny as hell. Let me see if I can find it.
That would be, yeah, no. I think a Punch Out movie would work. I don't even think it would be like a Creed or Rocky copy, because the cast of Punch Out is so colorful.
Yeah, really. You could just have it all be about him just trying to make it to the top and just beating out these colorful characters.
This right here is so surreal, and these were actual commercials, and I think, wow, this works so well.
Let's see this.
It's the worst feeling that can happen to a fighter. You know, you're a world champion, all your dreams you've accomplished.
Literally, just go some live action shit.
They just take it away from you.
Yeah, I do remember like Nintendo would do these because like the Super Smash Brothers, like the first Super Smash Brothers trailer.
I don't think anybody works harder than me, so
was
I'm
like
a very hard
them
working
dressed in
fighter.
a costume, just beating the shit out of each other.
I can't afford to
Y'all ever see that one?
Like,
I did see. I have
right now it's time to work.
No, I just think it'd be mad funny if just like out of nowhere he joins a league and everyone just sees this weirdo guy, and then out of nowhere Piston Honda just shows up out of nowhere and he's just punching that shit and he's like, what the fuck? Like, is this nigga?
That would be fire. I would actually really like that. I think that would be fun. Punch Out. That's honestly a great answer. Punch Out is kind of a fire answer.
Like, bro, look at like it's literally just done like this, and it's just like the entire movie. Easy ass budget, like it works. Like
Piston Hondo.
Yeah.
We gonna be saying
I'd love to see like
gonna be the king of
like an Earthbound animated movie.
Earthbound. Yeah, there's a lot you could do with an Earthbound property.
Yeah, I think it'd be like just like go nuts. I think get like, I don't know. I feel like, you know, get like an American director who like loves the game, because it's like super Earthbound is like super inspired by American stuff. So I think like get like that American small town sort of Midwest vibe, because that's sort of how it feels, at least.
And again, it could also work. Niggas love shit like fucking. Well, I don't know if you should lean into it, but like it's also very like old. Earthbound has like an old like Americana, specifically like early like 80s, late like late 80s, early 90s Americana type feel to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely see that for sure.
You can get like the lame ass Stranger Things crowd in that bitch being like, "Wow, look, remember a Rubik's cube?"
Oh yeah, I could definitely see that. Like just like a bunch of like the idea of like, because it would just be that, it would just be like a super like sort of freaky movie, except like a lot more comedy, a lot weirder, a lot more lighthearted until the end when it gets nuts and then they have to fight like a fetus. That would be crazy. I kind of just want to see Gygus on a theater screen. I think that would be sick.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, no, there's tons of. I mean, Nintendo could make tons of movies, but you know what? If them not making those movies is stopping them from doing the cinematic universe route, then I'll take it because I don't want to see that.
Bukowski says,
I want to see that shit.
not gonna lie, Detective Pikachu might be the best video game movie. Hell, it's better than the game it's based on.
The game's not good. That doesn't mean, and yeah, it's better than the game. That doesn't mean the movie's good, though. I'm gonna be so real.
I think it's a good movie.
It's fine. It's fine.
Fine.
It's like,
I don't know if it's good, but I do love how campy the Street Fighter movie is. The first one.
I never fully saw that one, but like,
so I think it's funny because I haven't seen it. I really haven't seen it, but I just watched like a long ass Street Fighter video series where the guy had like an entire video about the movie, and its production. That production was insane.
oh,
Jean-Claude Van Damme was doing like tons of cocaine to do during his production. Like an almost ridiculous amount. Like apparently, like there would be entire days where he would just be like, "I can't make it to set.
Damn.
I'm hungover on cocaine."
That nigga said, "I cannot be.
Like,
I cannot be here mentally for this movie."
My nigga was
like,
off the cokey? What? What are we talking
like,
about?
Like actual, like maybe literal tons of cocaine.
That's
Tons.
crazy.
Like it was a lot.
Mans was
My nigga was
ingesting
off
that
the
shit, bro.
cokey? That's nuts.
And they tried to get like I forget what they're called, but like a professional to like get him off the shit during production, like a professional who works with actors.
He said, look, man, I get it. This shit great, and it's the 80s. We gotta finish this shit, dog. Like,
Hey, you gotta finish.
Well, you're never gonna guess what though. That nigga ended up doing the cocaine with him.
Oh,
They ended up doing cocaine together.
What did John Claude like blow some coke in his face and he just got addicted?
Send me that video. Oh my god,
it's a long video, but it's worth it. That entire story is crazy. So either the guy was like sneaking with actors, like only took the job to do drugs, or Jean-Claude Van Damme converted someone to do cocaine.
My nigga is the greatest pusher man I've ever heard in my life. What are we talking about?
Holy shit.
But nah, like, well, actually, no. Maybe the fact that nigga was on coke makes the movie better.
No, that entire production was like they tried to change because they wanted to go for whatchamacallit, different ratings, and I think they want to go for a PG rating, but then I think but then upon like the first cut, they rated it an R because at the time like the entire rating system like had a major shift because of a tragedy and shit, so they were a lot more sensitive, so they got a rated R, and they're like, well, we don't want that. Like, we don't want an R. And so they cut it down, but they cut it down too much to be like G. And then they had to add like some guy saying like shit to make it like PG or PG-13 again.
Jesus Christ.
No,
I
that
don't even know why they
production
tried
is
to make it R. Like the games aren't even R. I mean,
well, no, they didn't try to make it R. No, they edited it and it was rated R by accident.
Oh.
So they had to re-edit it and make it not an R rated. That production is hell. I'm sending you this video I'll send you this video right now.
You send me this shit. I know exactly what I would do before I go to bed at night. Let's go. But
that production is nuts.
Oy. That's just insane to me. Fucking
nigga
was coked up.
That's like apparently like a lot, not a little bit, a lot, like hung over on cocaine. Like he wasn't going to set. Like, I don't know about a lot about cocaine. You have to do a lot of cocaine to be hungover.
Like, I mean, like Jean-Claude was a bodybuilder type, so it's like I don't know what that shit was doing to him. Like maybe his body, like his fucking tolerance was high because of his muscles or something. Cause fuck.
No, it was crazy. Like he was doing that. They had to shoot in 3 different countries. Like. In one of I think they shot in Thailand. Like they got into trouble with the Thai government. One of the actors got arrested during production, and I think we still don't know who it was. I think that's classified information.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Like I don't like that shit was. In some interviews, they were saying they were getting freaky in Thailand. Shit was crazy.
Oh
Like
my
Street Fighter gotta have one of the craziest productions in movie history.
Nah, that's
At least the
funny.
craziest in video game movies. Easily.
That low-key might make the movie better. Shit, I'm being so real.
Jesus Christ.
That nigga
man.
doing backflips and shit off the coke. What are we talking about? He's a threat. That's a threat. That actually might be Guile. Like,
Yeah, really. Like Sonic Boom, and actually sends
No.
out beams and shit.
no,
Yeah, no, he might have.
Wait, I gotta talk about things I like about the movie. It might be a Jingly Keys aspect, but I really do like how the movie attempts to add like so much characters from the games and like them surprisingly be faithful and shit. But like even like some of the things they like to tear from, I think is pretty cool. Case in point, like Ryu and Ken aren't really Ryu and Ken in the movie, but the fact that they're just like two heterosexual life partners who just kind of fuck around, join fights and like just scam and shit is really funny to me. Like you would think that like a movie about Street Fighter, Ryu and Ken would be like the main protagonists, but nah, they're just like there, and they just kind of like be like, yeah, bro, this shit sucks, so get out of here, and they'll like just come and go as they please. I'm like, that's really funny, like,
Yeah,
And-
Street Fighter, it's a funny production. It's a
Yeah, no,
funny movie.
and
I
I
mean-
fucking and M Bison, you know, corny ass villain. Why that nigga got a hard ass line? That nigga said it verbatim. The day M Bison came to your town was the day you'll never forget. For me, nigga, it was a Tuesday. Like, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's hard.
If
That's hard, that's
if
hard.
my ops ruined my life and just said to my face, just another day being a real nigga, like, oh no, it's over. Like,
Yeah, bro. Like you might have to die. Like you, like just no. I don't know. Like,
That's
you can't live.
disrespectful
after
at that point. Jeez.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is I remember this one funny scene with the it was like this truck that was coming towards a bunch of the villains, I think, and they were looking at a TV screen that was showing it, and
oh, that's good. Let's get see.
and fucking Zangief is just like, quick, change the channel. It's I'm like,
This dude, like,
the fuck you mean change the channel? Everyone had to look at him like, dumbass.
oh,
That's actually that's a funny line.
Oh my god.
Change the channel.
Ooh. But I think we're coming up on 3 hours, almost 3 hours and 30 minutes. So I think it's
Oh no, we were yapping.
We were yapping, but it was worth it.
Yeah, this
I
shit was
hope
fun. This shit
everyone
was
in
fun.
chat had a good time.
Yeah. Hope everybody had a good time. Chat, I want to thank you, Chill and Taj, for joining me for this.
No problem.
Absolutely no problem.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah, if y'all got anything you want to share, now's the time.
Oh, Taj, you first.
Follow my channel. I'm working on a gumball video. It's coming out. I swear. I mean it. My best video is, I want to say, ranking all of the fucking Cartoon Network videos because that's the most recent one. Watch that shit. It's funny. Like, and follow me on Twitter for my dumbass takes. Like, it's at WorsTahj. You know what to do, nigga. Like, and that's it.
Yeah, you can follow everybody in the descriptions. So
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully video this weekend. I'm working on an Invincible video. Where I'm gonna. It's really long, I think. But if some of y'all are real crazy, I might stream tomorrow. So catch me on at Chillixion on YouTube. That's chill to the I to the XION. So yeah. But that's all. That's all I got.
all right then. Well, that's gonna do it for this stream. Thank y'all for joining me. Thank y'all for sending the super chats, and I just want to say I appreciate y'all, and always remember, it's just a thought.